they're going to be looking for a lot of confidence going forward and hopefully something to kind of kickstart them to get over that 500 mark.
Yeah, both teams have played some similar schedule types. They've both beaten Owensboro Apollo. They've both lost to Madisonville, actually by the same score of 7-0. Caldwell County's last loss coming against the Lady Maroons on Tuesday in a big district matchup. So these teams look on paper like they're going to be pretty evenly matched. Owensboro, though, has one player that they really go to a lot. Caldwell County spreads it out pretty well. We've got 3 kids that have scored 5 or better goals on the season, while Owensboro has the one that's accounted for almost 50% of their scoring. So that'll be a thing. See if we can stop Macy Cundiff, number 9, for Owensboro defensively. And then offensively, we need to spread the ball. We're getting goals out of McEnany. We're getting goals out of Pookie. Need to get Laney a little bit more involved. She's got 5 goals on the season, which isn't bad in 8 games, but still like to get her a little bit more on track, get her a few more touches on the ball.
Yeah, she'll want more. And like you said, 5's not a bad number by any means, but she'll want to make it 8 and 8 or a little more than that in those games and stuff. But I think that result against North, that'll kickstart Caldwell County. I mean, there's 2 things you can do with that. You can either kind of sit back and be upset about losing, or you can come out and use that as a motivational tool, and we'll kind of see which one Caldwell County chooses to be tonight against Owensboro.
A game they really need to bounce back, and if any indication by the JV game, this one's going to be pretty close. Owensboro and Caldwell County battle to a 2-2 tie in the JV game. So Caldwell County has had some good moments this year. They've had some good wins, but Madisonville, from what I hear, had a freshman phenom that just played outstanding ball. She's going to be around for about 4 years. I think the either coach or assistant coach, coach's daughter. So a tough night for the Lady Tigers, as they'll have to look forward now in the district. It'll come down to them and Hopkins Central. And those 2 teams right now are going to play in the district tournament against each other. So Caldwell County really has to focus in that next meeting that they have on the schedule with Hopkins Central down the line a little bit, because that's going to gauge where they're at as far as even making it to the regional tournament this year.
And Central this year, Central's girls, they're a lot stronger than they usually are. Not knocking how they usually are as a team, but this year they're pretty strong as a team. So it's going to be a tough battle for Caldwell County, and especially in a district game. Games that you're favored to win by 5 goals, it could end up being the same scoreline at the end of the game. So it's going to be real tough for the Lady Tigers to get into that district championship this year.
And it's going to be a good game coming up in a couple of weeks. September, well, a little bit longer than that. September the 27th, it's Hopkins County here at Butler Stadium, and that'll be a big game for the Lady Tigers coming up. But still a tough stretch for Caldwell County. We've got Christian County, UHA, Hopkinsville, Fort Campbell, Logan County at the Christian County Colonel Showcase, then Ohio County, several games before that Hopkins County game. So the Lady Tigers are finding some good things to do offensively right now. They're getting a lot of kids in the scoring column. Defensively, they're starting to come around and form together, but just still quite a bit of work to do and a long way to go. I mean, we're early in September, so a lot of things they can improve on. But offensively, I think they've got to really, the key is get Laney Fletcher more touches and get her a little bit more involved in this offense.
Yeah, and as a senior leader like she is, if you get her more involved in this offense, it's kind of scary for other teams to have to see what else Caldwell County can do, because they all mix together pretty well, all the attacking lines for Caldwell County, and you get Laney Fletcher to have a little more of an influence in a game that's going to be very dangerous.
Now, one thing Caldwell County is doing, and I'm sorry I'm dropping out of the picture here just a little bit. I'm going to give a little bit of paperwork.
I think the race going to miss us.
Thank you, guys. And gave my last time sheet, Ryan, to WPKY's former owners, the McEnanys. So it's another big switch I'm sure everybody's aware of, that WPKY now owned by Ham Broadcasting over in Cadiz. And it's going to be a great thing, I think, with those guys taking the controls and putting a lot of good things into WPKY, and we appreciate them still allowing us to cover the soccer like we do right now. But back to this game, I look for a tight, hard-fought game, and it may come down to defense.
Yeah, it could come down to defense, and like you said, it does look very tight. I mean, there's not much to pick apart from the records. Records can only say so much, but the same score lines against a couple teams, and it just all signs lead to a really close game, and that makes it fun for us and hopefully fun to broadcast tonight for people listening or watching.
Yeah, and we have a live broadcast here, live stream going on tonight, so I hope everybody will check us out if you can't make it to the stadium. It's WPKYonline.com. We're still about 9 minutes away from kicking this one off, so you still have time to get up to the stadium and check this game out tonight. Thank you. Starting lineup for Owensboro. And I've been meaning to ask somebody, they've got Lady Devils. I know back in the day it used to be Red Devils. So I saw that on KHSAA today. Apparently they've changed that and shortened it down to just plain Owensboro Lady Devils. So we'll try to get that in the broadcast. I hope I don't go old school and let some Red Devils slip on here tonight a little bit. But
don't show your age tonight.
Right, yeah, it's easy to show my age. If we're on camera now, it's easy to show my age. Defensively, tell us some good things that you like out of what you've seen so far out of the Lady Tigers, even coming off of that 7-0 loss to Madisonville.
Yeah, people just, if you look at the scoreline, you see 7-0 against a district opponent like that, people automatically think, well, the defense didn't really play that great. But I mean, you're always going to get an incredibly tough and hard-fought game from the likes of Kelsey Adams, the Boyd sisters, and Hannah Young. I mean, they've got to be some of the hardest-working players in the region, and they work well as a unit. Probably just had some things off about that North game. Like you said, they've got some real good players North of us this year, some incoming freshmen, and it's just, I think the back line for Caldwell County is just, it's pretty much as stout as it's going to get. I think they've got some little things to work on, but I mean, if they get anywhere near what they want to be, they'll be an incredibly tough battle for anybody to try to get through.
Yeah, they're really going to have to talk a whole lot. I think communication is the key. You got to throw Morgan McDaniels in the mix on that back line too, because she's a big part of it.
She is.
One thing I think that this Lady Tiger back line may be lacking some over the past years, or especially recently, is just a lot of speed. They're defensively, they have the mindset. They know what they want to do. Technically, they're sound. They clear the ball well. They look upfield to put it at somebody's feet. But if you get out of position on that back line and somebody tries to rotate, it's easy if you don't have that just breakaway speed on that back line. It's easy to create a hole when you try to overcompensate in the back and try to cover for somebody else who may be out of position. So that's one thing I think the Lady Tigers are getting better at as the season goes along, and that's going to be a key to whether they make that regional tournament this year.
Yeah, like I agree with that completely, and I just completely lost my train of thought. I had a good thing to say, I promise. It was.
Well, welcome to the world of broadcasting. So that happens to everybody. The defense, though, it's led by Caldwell County's all-region player in Kelsey Adams. I mean, she made the all-region team as a freshman, so you know the talent is there, and she's going to direct that. But you've played, and I've been around this game for more years than I care to admit at this point. And communication, you don't think that's such a big key, but that's a huge thing on that back line. And you have a new keeper that's got to become vocal, and that a keeper that's set for several years watching somebody else as they started. Now it's her turn, but she's got to get a little vocal in that operation too on that back line and really be kind of the director from the box.
I agree, and coming off of that Madisonville game, it's important for the entire, like we said, it's important how you respond, but that back line's got to have the mentality of they're going to come out here and play the best game that they possibly can to get the win over Owensboro, because if your back line's not having confidence coming off of a loss like that, and it doesn't matter really how good your offense is playing. If they're going to score 10 goals, it might help. But if you don't have any confidence in that back line off of a loss like that, everything could fall apart really fast.
We are about 5.5 minutes away from kicking this one off. We're going to take a break and be back and talk a little bit about our upcoming broadcast schedule here on WPKY, so I hope you'll stay tuned for that. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. You're listening to Lady Tiger Soccer on WPKY Princeton.
There aren't many places you can buy a vehicle where the sales team has combined experience of over 103 years. At Trice's Incorporated in Princeton, we would love to meet our friendly and experienced sales staff. Brent Ladd, a Princeton native, has been selling cars here for 20 years. Tommy Harrison, native of Fredonia, with ties in Princeton and Lyon County, 13 years. Lee Hughes, Trice's grandson, has been here for 9 years. Brian Croft from Crittenden County, 8 years. Glenn Gray, another of Trice's grandsons, 3 years. And the newest addition to our sales team, Jared Singleton, originally from Marion, now living in Princeton. Our sales manager, Trent Burton, has racked up 30 years in the car business, and our finance director, Shauna Jaggers, with 20 years in auto finance. Shop where experience counts. Trice Incorporated, Highway 91 North in Princeton.
La Potosina in Princeton and Marion is the best place to experience delicious, authentic Mexican cuisine with an extensive menu that has something for everyone. Choose from local favorites like fajitas, chimichangas, burritos, and Maria's favorite with rice, grilled onions, and peppers, chicken, shrimp, steak, or a combination topped with La Potosina's mouth-watering cheese sauce. That's La Potosina with 2 locations to serve you in Princeton and Marion. La Potosina Mexican restaurant.
Get into shape and feel good at Trilogy Performance Sports in Princeton. Trilogy offers a wide range of classes to help you reach your fitness and well-being goals, like yoga, gymnastics, sports training, team training, cardio, kickboxing, and weightlifting. They have family discounts, and your first class is free. So come work out in a family-friendly environment at Trilogy Performance Sports, located directly behind Cash Express in Princeton. Open 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., 7 days a week. Be better than you used to be at Trilogy Performance Sports Princeton. Telephone 270-601-1824.
This is Holly Van Hooser with the Woodall Agency in Princeton, Kentucky. Are you wanting the best options that meet your needs? If so, call our friendly and professional agents who are just a phone call away at 365-5541 or visit our website, woodallagency.com. We will give you a free quote for your home, auto, or even your business. We will get back with you on the best options that meet your needs. Our office is located at 110 West Washington Street. Call Woodall, y'all.
It is a solid September here at Cozy Living Interiors and Boutiques. Hi, this is Pam Haverlock, and solid September means sales. This September, take a 15% off your purchase of everything that starts with an S. Serving trays, sofas, soap dishes, signs, sectionals, and more. It is a great time to come and see us at Cozy Living Interiors and Boutiques, located at 235 Northfield Drive, right next to the bowling alley. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutiques, everything a home should be.
Back, everybody, to Butler Stadium. It's Caldwell County Lady Tigers soccer action tonight as the Lady Tigers take on the Lady Devils of Owensboro. Dennis Stevens, along with Ryan Frisch and John Miller, bringing you the action here tonight from Butler Stadium. Referees are calling for the captains to come to midfield. And Ryan, you'll have the starting lineups here in just a second. I don't suspect or expect any change in the starting lineup for the Lady Tigers. It's just a matter of a new coach meshing with a new team and new starters coming off the bench last year, taking that starter role this year. It's just taking some time, and I think Caldwell has done really a great job so far to be at 4-6 with this schedule that they played.
Yeah, and this is kind of a cool game to see new faces and new systems kind of work into, because Caldwell versus Owensboro is really not a common matchup in soccer, especially. And like I said earlier to you, I've never played Owensboro in any kind of soccer game, JV, varsity, it doesn't matter. So it's interesting to see how the new systems and everything will kind of fare against a pretty much new opponent tonight.
Yeah, I've seen the girls have played Apollo in the past. They've played Owensboro Catholic in the past. A lot of tough games, but Owensboro, as far as I can remember, first time in Butler Stadium.
Which is always a cool thing. It's kind of a new start. Both teams looking for a good series start for a win or a loss. And as even as it seems it could be, it looks like we're in for a good show tonight.
Lady Tigers getting the instructions below from the referee from KHSAA. Both teams coming off pretty rough losses. Of course, we mentioned Caldwell County losing to Madisonville 7-0 in that big district showdown at Madisonville. Owensboro comes in 10-0 losers to Davis County, which is always a perennial power in that third region. So both teams ready to get back on track tonight. As Ryan is getting the microphone set for the opening starting lineups.
Coach Miller, jump in national anthem before the girls. Now.
And we're about to do the national anthem also with this. So I'll tell you what, Ryan, we'll go ahead and take another break, and we'll be back just in time to kick this one off. Hope you'll stay with us as we'll pause here for the national anthem. We'll be back with the starting lineups and the kickoff. It's Caldwell County Lady Tigers against Owensboro tonight at Butler. We'll be back for the action coming up next. So stay tuned. This is Lady Tiger Soccer on WPKY.
Seasons come and seasons go, but something that can remain the same is reliability. And here at McGregor Group Heating and Air, reliability and honesty are a few of our top priorities. So if you're looking for heating and air service, give us a call at 270-896-5044 or come visit us at 960 Varmint Trace Road here in Princeton. We're the company that you can take comfort in.
Now that the days are getting shorter, your friends at Penny Riley Electric would like to talk about light bulbs.
Sounds like a bright idea, doesn't it? Changing your existing bulbs to LED bulbs not only saves energy, but money. While LEDs may cost more initially, they last much longer, up to 12 times longer than conventional bulbs. Plus, they only use about 1/3 to 1/4 the amount of electricity. The next time you shop for light bulbs, make the switch to LED. A message from Penny Ryle Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Howdy, folks. Colonel Sanders here, and boy, do I have a deal for you. The deal with this deal is that you get both a breast and a whole wing when you choose my new 100% white meat KFC $5 fill-up deal. You also get dealt mashed potatoes and gravy, a biscuit, a cookie, and a drink with this here deal. I can't keep dealing this deal forever, though, so you have to go to KFC soon to get the two-piece all-white meat $5 fill-up, and it's only available for a limited time. So, deal. KFC, it's finger looking good. Tax extra. Prices may vary. Size may vary by location. Extra charge for breast meat and such. Future may apply.
Fortner Gas Company is a full-service local and family-owned propane company offering services in Princeton, Katy, Pattersonville, and Murray. Right now, Fortner Gas is offering specials on propane. Fortner Gas offers Holland and Napoleon grills, Dig choppers, and they also have Red Max weed eaters. Contact Fortner Gas Company today for all of your residential, commercial, and agricultural propane needs. Fortner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
You can always expect great things at Planters Bank. When we say expect great things, what we're really saying is Planters Bank is here to provide the financial services you need. Planters Bank believes in the strength of our community and is a full-service financial institution. Our employees have a true passion for helping our neighbors, and it shows. See Jake Pepper and the rest of the Planters Bank staff at 208 North Jefferson. Planters Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
You go ahead. And welcome back to Butler Stadium. It's time now for the starting lineups for both squads. And our guy Ryan Frisch is going to be the public address announcer tonight for the starting lineups also. Both teams walking out on the field with the referees. They'll line up, and then Ryan will start calling out the numbers tonight for this big matchup with the Owensboro Lady Devils.
Now the starting lineup for the Owensboro Lady Devils. Number 0, Aubrey Schuler. Number 2, Ella Bratcher. Number 7, Sydney Ladd. Number 8, Alexis Worthern Westerfield. Number 9, Macy Cundiff. Number 11, Emma Kingsley. Number 13, Isabella Souza. Number 14, Madison Klaus. Number 17, Abby Beck. Number 18, Jasmine Sturgeon. And number 23, Riley Cox. And now the starting lineup for your Caldwell County Lady Tigers. Goalkeeper, Kate Manley. Number 3, Lucy Goffinette. Number 4, Alyssa Traylor. Number 7, Haley McEnany. Number 8, Maggie Ginn. Number 12, Hannah Young. Number 13, Kelsey Adams. Number 14, Asia Boyd. Number 19, Lainey Fletcher. Number 23, Sophie Littlefield. And number 26, Morgan McKinney.
And the starting lineups introduced there for both teams as we are set to get this one underway. Pretty good night for soccer if this rain will hold off a little bit longer, just a couple hours. Not exceedingly hot for this time of year. We said we were going to mention the broadcast schedule. Of course, tomorrow night we're back on the air with high school football action as the Caldwell County Tigers take on the Crittenden County Rockets. It's Hall of Fame night at Tiger Stadium tomorrow night. Hall of Fame inductees at halftime tomorrow night. We'll be on the air with Bob Hayes and Coach Barnes at 6 o'clock. Then the pregame show comes your way at 6:30. Kickoff tomorrow night, Crittenden County, Caldwell County from Tiger Stadium at 7 o'clock. You can hear all of that on 103.3 The Tiger. And also you can listen to the audio stream at WPKYonline.com with the replay to be available immediately following the ball game. Owensboro has won the toss. They will have first possession tonight here at Butler Stadium.
It looks like right off the bat, before the game even starts, they've got one of their wingers pretty wide, so they might be looking to have a play right off the bat.
Of course, they kick it back. Long ball down the middle, controlled by Young. Young over. Has it go over her head. Actually, Adams coming back trying now defensively. Ball still loose in the 18. It's Young taking it to the side. She's going to put it up the field looking for Goffinette. Whistle's going to blow.
It's a very fast start for both teams. Just a long ball forward, just kind of hoping for the best. And both teams haven't. It looks like it's going to have to play pretty quick for both of them.
And you have the right call there, Ryan. They did try that set play right off the bat, looking to take it right up the middle. We talked about the player for Owensboro. We'll get back here and get her name again, Ryan.
I believe Macy Cundiff, was it?
Macy. Let's see, number 9, Macy Cundiff, a senior forward. Owensboro has only scored 11 goals on the season. Cundiff has 5 of those, so almost 50% of the scoring coming from Cundiff.
And those players, they're always hard to kind of predict because some teams it just happens to fall to her more, and some teams they focus their whole offense around her. So I'm sure Caldwell will keep a keen eye on her.
Owensboro controls it in Lady Tiger territory. As Adams comes up, clears it back to midfield. There's Pookie Traylor has it, gets the kick over to Laney Fletcher. Laney in a battle, takes a push. No call on that. Owensboro gains possession at midfield. They put it back to the center. Again there for Caldwell County. Ball now loose again in the middle as Owensboro takes possession just outside the Tiger 18. Cundiff puts a shot on goal. This one's going to be caught easily by Manley, the keeper for Caldwell County.
And when you've scored that many goals, like you said, about 50% of their offensive input, a shot from there is just straight confidence. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Cundiff shoot a lot more from that kind of distance.
Yeah, we're going to have somebody a lot closer to her as she gets in anywhere inside of 25 yards. You really got to have somebody just right up on a Cundiff, or she'll, like you said, she'll let one rip.
And that Owensboro might have watched a little bit of film on Caldwell County. If they have, they might have noticed that Kelsey Adams is usually kind of sitting back a little far. They might see if Cundiff can get in a little position there for a shot from distance.
Foul called across the field. Caldwell County will have a free kick just inside their defensive end. Young puts it in play. Nice kick. High kick headed by Owensboro. Kaylee McEnany with the rebound. Another header by Owensboro. And coming up, it's number 23, Sophie Littlefield, trying to gain possession for Caldwell County. Kicked out of bounds by Owensboro. And Morgan McDaniels will take the throw, this time in the offensive territory for the Lady Tigers. Just underway here at Butler Stadium. 3 minutes gone in the ball game and no score. Push against Owensboro against McEnany. It's going to be a Caldwell County free kick. And Ryan, this is going to be just outside the side of the 18. Looks like Goffinette's going to take the kick to start this play. Caldwell's first real chance at scoring here early in the contest.
Wonderful position. You can either try to make the goalkeeper work or look for a good ball in for a head on the ball or a touch in the goal.
Really, it's just a better angled corner kick. Goffinette puts it up and just over the crossbar into the back of the net.
It'd be a very tough angle to score from there, but I mean, if you put it in a good spot, make the goalkeeper work enough, it might just be an unlucky touch for her.
And if she gets rattled in that situation with so many bodies, you got plenty of Lady Tigers there for the rebound. Fletcher with the possession off the goal kick. Owensboro, though, comes up with the steal, puts it down the line. It'll go out of bounds just below our broadcast booth as Young will throw this one in. She'll look for Fletcher or Littlefield. Goes towards Littlefield over the head of her. The rebound goes to McEnany. She's double teamed. Owensboro takes that one away. Although Caldwell County able to regain just a second, comes off the foot, kind of shanked it by a trailer. She wanted to hook it back over to Laney Fletcher. Now Owensboro on the attack coming across midfield. Stopped momentarily by number 8, Ginn. Ginn able to put it over to Goffinette. Goffinette with some room on the far sideline. Comes across midfield. Looks for McEnany in the left corner. McEnany makes the angle, comes across, ball stops at the 18. Owensboro is going to kick this one out of bounds and reset the defense, but a nice run started out on that side by Young over to Goffinette.
It was a wonderful ball down the sideline, and so far Owensboro is pouncing on any kind of loose ball in that back line, so they look to be very energetic on both sides of the ball this early on in the game.
Ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw in far side. Morgan McDaniels will take the duties on this one. She hits Traylor. Traylor plays it back to Morgan. McDaniels coming back towards midfield. Puts the ball over to Fletcher. They switch sides with Fletcher. Laney on the right side wants to put it down the line. Nobody home for Caldwell County. Owensboro is going to get this one first just outside the 18, but a nice play by Pookie Traylor. Gains possession, goes towards the end zone. and it goes across the end line out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick for Owensboro. But nice hustle play by Pookie Traylor.
It was a good idea for a run for her, too. She called for that diagonal pass. I think she was a little too far to cut across. It was more of a central run, but it was a good idea from Pookie and a decent ball from Laney Fletcher.
Good crossover move by Owensboro as they bring it up the near sideline. Over the head of Young, it's going to be played by Adams, who calmly puts it back out to midfield. Ginn gains possession, goes through a double team, takes a big bump. Now possession back to Owensboro, just in their offensive end. There's Cundiff with the ball. Plays it off to number 2. Number 2 takes the shot. This one's going to roll wide. And it'll go over the end line. Keeper lets it roll. It'll be a goal kick for the Lady Tigers.
Ginn could be a very important player today for Caldwell County because it looks like Owensboro is not really looking at the outside very much so far. They kind of go straight through the middle, and to get straight through the middle, they're first going to have to go through her. And as hard of a player as she is to get through, it could be a big game for her today.
That one goes off the head of Fletcher. She tried to flick that one back this way to Traylor. It'll be Owensboro will throw in just in front of the Caldwell County bench. Again, out of bounds. And Ryan, you're right. Ginn has to have a big game, not only directing the traffic for Caldwell offensively to get the ball back up in the right end, but she's the player that's going to be closest to Cundiff a lot tonight, she and Morgan McDaniel. So that's a big responsibility on those two young ladies.
She is, and it looks like number 2. I can't see her name right now. It looks like Ella Brasher on Owensboro. She looks to be a problem trying to just dribble through the middle of the park, so they'll have to keep her eyes on those two.
Yeah, number 2, a tall player.
Good on the ball, too.
Back in Caldwell territory as Pookie Traylor gives chase far sideline. Defensively, Owensboro comes up with the stop. They bring it over. Nice touch by Laney Fletcher. Laney has one player to beat, puts a through ball looking for McEnany. McEnany took a different route than I think what Laney wanted.
Would have had to been a perfect ball if that was the run she was wanting. It would have to be a perfect ball to that back post, but it was a good ball nonetheless.
Yeah, McEnany did what you normally would do. She's going to, just like in basketball, you're going to pull up at the free throw line and start angling your lane in a little bit if you're on the side. McEnany did a good job at that. I think Laney wanted her to go just a little bit wider with the pass. Nonetheless, it comes back down on the Owensboro offensive end, kicked out of bounds, off an Owensboro player, so it'll be a throw-in Lady Tigers just in front of the student section here at Butler Stadium.
Speaking of the student section, a good show out tonight for this big game, so hopefully that can kind of get the Caldwell girls some confidence in this big game.
Again with the ball to midfield, stolen away just in front of Goffinette. Owensboro now with the ball, good step over move in front of Littlefield. They take it over to Brazier. Brazier switches fields, brings it to the left side for Owensboro. Laney Fletcher there, I think that one's going to go off her heel out of bounds. It'll stay Owensboro ball.
Owensboro is playing very, very quick, too, when they have the ball, and even when they don't have the ball, it's just everything's moving so fast, and they're not looking to really dribble too much. Number 2, I think that was Bratcher in the middle of the park. She can dribble a little bit, but everyone else is looking for a pass.
Headed out by Kelsey Adams up to Pookie Traylor. Pookie has it go off the side of her foot, stolen away by Owensboro. Good recovery by Fletcher. Caldwell County facing a lot of double teams defensively early in this half, Ryan.
They are, and Laney Fletcher, she thrives on a physical game.
Good job by Pookie to stay on side. She's got the ball just outside the 18, shot on goal, right at the keeper, stopped there. But a good play as Kaylee McEnany battled a double team in the middle of the field offensively, put it over to Pookie.
It was a very good ball through, too. It was just a tough spot to try to put the ball far post, but she got a decent hit on it, Pookie.
Deflection comes over to Fletcher. Fletcher has a near sideline, puts the ball up, leading Traylor. Traylor inside the 18, has one player on her, takes the angle, and cut off there as it's picked up easily by the keeper for Owensboro.
And I think the defender there was clean contact, but just enough contact to kind of push Pookie off the ball with that big touch just to throw her off so the goalkeeper could come pick the ball up.
Littlefield with possession on the punt out, but Owensboro takes it away. Now they're at midfield. Defensively, it's Morgan McDaniels. Owensboro able to step around her, but Hannah Young there to clean that up for Caldwell County. Is going to kick it upfield, but out across the sideline in front of the Owensboro bench. Just about 10 minutes gone here in the first half. No score here at Butler Stadium. We're going to take a quick break and be back. You're listening to Lady Tiger Soccer on 103.3 The Tiger.
Hello, this is Gloria Smith with the Law Office of Jeff Russo. Are you buying or selling real estate? Are you planning on refinancing your existing home loan? If so, you should be aware that you have your choice in which attorney provides the legal services associated with such transactions. Our law office has over 50 years of experience in real estate law. We pride ourselves on being cost-effective and having a quick turnaround time. If you're in need of such services, call us today at 365-2763 or find us on the web at www.jeffrusolaw.com. We are located in downtown Princeton on the east side of the courthouse.
This is an advertisement.
And back to Butler Stadium. While we were gone, Owensboro on the scoreboard, number 2, Brazier, with a nice goal right on the inside right post. And it puts the Lady Devils on top 1-0 here with about 29 minutes left to go here in the first half.
And that goal, it'll kind of make Caldwell County relish on those chances that they've had early on. Kind of wish they could put one in the back of the net, but if Caldwell County keeps getting in those positions, one will find the back of the net.
You talk about Cundiff is the main offensive threat for Owensboro, but number 2, Brazier, has shown some pretty good skills here, Ryan, and she plays right up front with Cundiff. And it's one that Caldwell County is going to have to keep track of tonight, as well as number 9.
She's looked very, very confident so far early on the ball, and there's not much you can do with a player that has a lot of confidence with the ball at her feet. They usually kind of play her at their own pace. You just got to try to throw her off and get that confidence down.
I said Brazier, it's Bratcher. I'm sorry, Bratcher on that. And the thing that I'm looking at on the roster here, a freshman for Owensboro, number 2.
To have that much confidence as a freshman, I would have never guessed she'd be a freshman on the field. She looks like she's been doing it for quite a long time.
And playing in that area, probably a league player, team, traveling team player. Big kick on goal, goes well wide to the left. And it'll be goal kick for Caldwell County.
Owensboro again, they're playing hard-nosed soccer there. As soon as Caldwell County gets a touch on the ball, like you said earlier, the double teams, they're hitting them as soon as there's a touch from a Caldwell County player. So Owensboro is not really going to back down, I don't think, the rest of this game if it stays close.
I think both teams come in and look at the other team's record, and especially coming off the losses that both teams did in their last game, 7-0 Caldwell County against Madisonville, 10-0 Owensboro against Davis County. So this is a game both teams were looking forward to. They knew it would be a hard-fought game, but one that both teams, I think that they can win. Ball controlled by Owensboro just in front of the Lady Tiger bench. Nice save in. Kelsey Adams comes up. She's going to clear it deep for Caldwell County. It's McEnany on the run. 2 people back for Owensboro. The Lady Devils will get there first as McEnany put the pressure on. Owensboro with the pass, and they work it quickly to midfield. And Ryan, that's one thing I think Owensboro is doing a little bit better than Caldwell at this point is the passing.
They are, and it's usually they're playing some long passes too. And if you can connect long passes in a consecutive manner, I mean, it's going to throw off a defense.
Ball played over to McEnany. McEnany has it go off of her cleats. It'll be a throw in for Owensboro.
And Owensboro, they've had a pretty good attacking side of the ball, but they're playing a pretty good number of defenders back right now. It looks like a back 4 with a defensive midfielder in front of those. So Caldwell County is going to have to get some combination play or some really good dribbles to get through that back line.
And I'm going to have to check another roster that I have here. Number 17 for Caldwell County, Ryan. Can you put a name on that one? Do you know? Or
I think that's Abby Hagan. It is.
I think that's right, Hagan, the backup keeper.
She's got a lot of minutes this year in that midfield, kind of helping out Maggie again. Plays a little more advanced, but she's pretty calm on the ball as well for as young as she is. I believe she's a freshman this year. So.
Well, I got her listed as a sophomore on the backup roster that we had. But still a good player that's putting in some pretty good minutes for the Lady Tigers.
She is a good piece. It's a good piece to have coming off the bench. Someone who can come in, get some minutes, pretty confident on the ball, and just play hard.
Ball controlled by Young, backfield, but Owensboro able to come away with it. Boyd with a nice kick. Owensboro there with the first touch on that one. Ennis McDaniels getting it up near midfield, but there's Owensboro again on the attack as they come in just about 20 yards out. Boyd went for the steal, didn't get it. Young comes up and clears it out to Traylor. Traylor has it up front, 2-on-3 as Caldwell County has Traylor and McEnany. Now joining the fray is Fletcher along with Hagan.
And if Caldwell County is going to keep having to clear the ball up to try to find Pookie and McEnany up front from those center backs, those long balls, they're going to have someone to kind of give them a drop option or just make runs off of them instead of just kind of hoping that they can do it all themselves and try to get through.
25 minutes left in the first half. Owensboro leads this one 1-0. Fletcher wanted to put that ball to the middle to Hagan, picked off by number 2, Bratcher. And a little push going on between the 2 number 8s out on the field. Referee's going to have a little talk with both players. I think Ginn's going to have a call go against her, even though she got the worst end of the deal as far as the physical push.
And the officiating crew tonight looks like they're going to have the captains talk here for a minute. But the officiating crew, they are really good refs, having me having to play for them and stuff. I didn't see what.
I didn't see what. They're calling a hold, is what he initially said. Grabbed her and held her.
It's a really far away call. I mean, that's a 30-yard call to see something for a yellow card.
Obviously, why he didn't see the push against Ginn, he was looking back maybe at the 18 and picked up a play to where Kelsey Adams has to go out of the ball game.
And yellow cards, they're not really a problem for disciplined players like Kelsey Adams, but she is in that defending role, and that's just, there's a lot more hard challenges thrown in there and some tough challenges in the air. It's kind of it's a bad position to be in with a defender as a defender with a yellow card.
Headed by Caldwell County back to the keeper, so she's able to pick that up. Audrey Wynn in the ball game for Caldwell County to take Kelsey Adams' place for the limited number of minutes that Adams has to set out with the yellow card. Play back up to Pookie Trailer. Pookie drops it over to the side, goes out of bounds. She was looking for Fletcher to make the run up the near side.
I think Caldwell County, they're kind of playing a little skittish right now. Like the long ball's up, the passes, like you said, Owensboro's moving the ball a lot better. I think their passes are just a tiny bit off. They get those little fixes. I think this game could have a little bit of a difference in the scoreline.
It looks like Owensboro as Bratcher comes down as Caldwell County backs up a little bit. Ryan, that's one thing that we've got to do a little bit better tonight and as the season goes along. Bratcher was coming down, and as she was going towards her own goal, our back line was backing up with her. Nobody went to stop the ball, and we saw the last time we were on the broadcast, Hannah Young had the same thing happen to her. She had the ball, kept going towards the goal. Nobody stopped her. She ended up scoring on it. The first priority of any defense is stop the ball. So Caldwell County's got to iron that wrinkle out a little bit, and that may be just something where Adams was out of the game and everybody was just waiting on somebody else to take that lead spot.
Yeah, surely it needs to be a quick fix, and hopefully with a little instruction it should be a quick fix too. But if they kind of fix that cuts out the long shots from their attacking line on Owensboro, and it cuts back on the passes into the box from Owensboro as well.
And we're going to say the one thing, it looks like Owensboro and Caldwell County, both of them are playing a little bit of a long ball here in this first half, but it looks like Owensboro is more to a team 8, as Caldwell is just in kind of an area that they're trying to kick to. Caldwell County just dodges a bullet there as Owensboro put a shot in, deflected. Lady Tigers come out with possession. Hagan has her pass picked off. The deflection goes back to McDaniels. McDaniels to Fletcher for the header. Ball still loose, middle of the field offensively for the Lady Devils. Bratcher with the ball, good deflection by Hagan. They work it up to Pookie Trailer. Pookie's going to take it far sideline, looking up for a run by Lucy Goffinette. Lead pass just a little bit too far, goes out of bounds, and it's a throw in for Owensboro.
They're getting Pookie or Alyssa Trailer in the action early on. They look like they keep looking for her, so she could be a big threat. But again, they've just got to keep making the support runs off of her, and just when they do make those runs, try to get their ball a little bit ahead of them, but more towards their feet.
And Goffinette with the takedown on the far sideline. She'll get whistled. It'll be a free kick for Owensboro about 5 yards into their defensive end.
And really, Owensboro, after scoring the goal, they haven't slowed down a bit, which you wouldn't really expect, but they're still playing as hard as they were as soon as the whistle blew.
After ball deflects off a couple of different players, it's Goffinette coming up. She takes the push from the back, as does Fletcher. Fletcher with a nice move, stays on her feet, looks down the field, puts the through ball down, looking for Trailer. Trailer goes across the 18, but the keeper comes all the way out near the 18, picks that one up, puts the roll out for her teammate on the far sideline to the right. Puts it up the field, headed by Fletcher. Fletcher gets it back to Ginn. Ginn looking for Fletcher. That one deflected by Owensboro, right back to Ginn. Kind of a ping pong match here at the middle of the field right now. Owensboro back to get the deflection from Hagan. Owensboro plays it up. That one's going to go off of Boyd. It'll be a throw in for Owensboro. About halfway through the first half, it's 1-0 Owensboro. We'll take another quick break and be right back. You're listening to Lady Tiger Soccer on 103.3 The Tiger.
Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric plant board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and risk your life. With meters result in increased utility bills everyone has. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric plant board right away at 270-365-2031. Electric plant board, Princeton, #1 energy source.
Back to Butler Stadium. Caldwell County Lady Tigers trail this one 1-0 to Owensboro. About 19 minutes to go here in the first half. Owensboro scored 10 minutes into the half.
A lot of time, too, for Caldwell County to come back into it. I mean, the game is nowhere near out of their hand. They're getting some decent chances and stuff, too, and as clear-cut chances, Caldwell County probably has just as many as Owensboro does have so far. Owensboro just getting that one finish. It looks like they're taking Bratcher off the field, that key player in the attack. So Caldwell County defense might be able to take a little breath here and kind of focus on getting that ball up towards the attacking end.
And right now you still have to keep a tab on number 9, Cundiff for Owensboro. But so far, Bratcher's been the more impressive player, Ryan, from our standpoint up here. Ball's going to be played through. Owensboro's trying to recover. It's a foot race between Fletcher and Owensboro. This one goes out of bounds, kicked out of bounds by Owensboro. Laney will take the throw in.
It looks like you said, Bratcher, she's been active early on. Caldwell County's kept Cundiff pretty quiet, but Bratcher, she's been playing a heck of a game so far.
Again, lines up the kick from about 25 yards out, easily picked up by the keeper for Owensboro. Number 2, Becca Seibert into the ball game as Kaylee McEnany will take a rest. Collision at midfield, inadvertent, no whistle on that one to stop play. Good call by the referees on that one. Caldwell County picks up the possession, puts it down, looking for trailer, far sideline, kicked out of bounds by Owensboro, as Caldwell will set the offense with a throw from Lucy Goffinette.
Number 14 on Owensboro, that center back, she's not really playing as a sweeper, but through balls, I don't think she's the fastest in that back line. She's kind of playing deeper and more of a Kelsey Adams kind of role, so she might be just hanging off, trying to watch those through runs from the likes of Alyssa Traylor and Laney Fletcher on that far side.
Throw in goes across the end line. It'll be a goal kick for Owensboro. As Caldwell County going towards the Main Street end of Butler Stadium. Owensboro toward the Washington Street end here in the first half. Littlefield set to check back in at the next available time. And she will come in, and good minutes for Abby Hagan, Ryan, and that's a player that if she can give you that good quality 7 to 10 minute span right there, that's really going to help out and rest some of these players with a very short bench for the Lady Tigers this season.
It will in games like this, these big games and tough, hard-fought games. You need some little mental rest, too, because the game's kind of, like you said earlier, it's kind of pinging around just like a ping-pong match, and you need to be mentally into this just as much as physically.
Yeah, I'd say if we broke this down into time of possession tonight, it's about a 50-50 game at this point. Owensboro just able to finish one of the possessions with a goal. Good play by Boyd. It's Cundiff with the ball going down the sideline. It's going to go off of Cundiff. It'll be blue throw in. And Young takes it up to Traylor. Traylor unable to make the settle, goes back to Owensboro. Owensboro with a little bit of a shank. Good pressure by Traylor. Traylor looked like she kicked the ground or got kicked a little bit in the foot. She's going to limp away and walk it off. I think she's going to be fine and stay in the ball game. Owensboro still with possession right at midfield.
Oh, good.
Traylor gets it, goes off of one player now. Bad angle, and she's able to, Owensboro's able to kick it out of bounds. But a good run by Pookie Traylor on that one. It'll be Caldwell County throw in from about 20 yards out.
It was a good position to be in from Pookie there, but it was pretty much 1v5 or 6 back there, so odds were against her, but good run to be in that position.
Good thought by Laney Fletcher. Looks to cross the field on the throw-in, gets it over towards Goffinette. Goffinette has it stolen away. Coming up to make the play is number 9, Wynn. Wynn able to get it to Becca Seibert. Seibert puts a nice ball down, to Fletcher. Fletcher with the kick, blocked by the keeper for Owensboro. Ball still loose in the corner. Looks like it's going to stay in as Owensboro gets out to the corner to pick that one up. But a nice pass from that far sideline by Becca Seibert.
That was an incredible ball from Becca Seibert on her weak foot. Didn't even really pick her head up. She just knew where her teammates were, and it just skipped past Alyssa Traylor in the middle of the field, and it went straight to Lainey Fletcher, but a good read from the goalkeeper to see that it was going to get past Alyssa.
Big throw in by Owensboro, controlled by Hannah Young. Hannah put it up to midfield, picked up by Owensboro, but a good play there by Littlefield to get it away. Fletcher takes the ball now again with the through ball looking for Traylor. Traylor held up, so it's going to go against Owensboro on the call. Traylor trying to fight through a double team to get through to that through ball.
Caldwell County's moving the ball a little better now. They're not just picking their head up and trying to smash it forward like just then. Lainey Fletcher, she had a good run forward, and she just turned around and laid it off to Maggie Young.
It's going to be Hannah Young taking the free kick from about 35 yards. She's going to go on goal, caught right in front of a charging Pookie Traylor.
And I think that ball is just kind of in. If goalkeeper makes a little spill, Pookie's there to have an easy finish.
Field, a very quick field here tonight. A little bit of rain in Princeton, but not much this week as this field is really fast. So balls are bouncing fairly high and pretty good speed on anything on the ground too.
Yeah, you've got to be thinking quick, especially on any kind of short pass, because if you put a little too much on the ball that would normally be a good pass at any other field, like you said, this one, the ball just kind of skips a little bit. So you put a little too much on a 5-yard pass here, it'll cause that person receiving the pass a little trouble.
Number 2, Bratcher back in the ball game along with a couple of other subs for Owensboro. So it's Bratcher and Cundiff in the ball game again at the same time for the Lady Devils. Young tried to put that ball through. Now it's taken back to McDaniels. McDaniels up to midfield off the head of a Owensboro player. Now Owensboro puts the big lob out, comes across the 18, and it's Manley coming out to make the scoop just in front of a charging Cundiff.
And it looks like they've had Cundiff switch sides of the field, hopefully trying to get a little more free on this side, because on the other side, we hadn't really said her name much early on. She's pretty much been shut down by that Caldwell County defense.
Yeah, Cundiff has gone to the left forward, and you've got Bratcher actually moving to a midfield position.
They're probably just trying to find a way to link them two up as dangerous as they are together.
Now it's Lainey Fletcher trying to battle down the sideline, pushed out of bounds. She does get the ball to Traylor. Traylor has it at the corner of the 18, kicked out of bounds by Owensboro. So it'll be a Lady Tiger throw from about 18 yards out.
And again, another wonderful ball from Lainey Fletcher. She's playing very, very, very well early on. And like you said earlier, kind of a player that you want to see more on the score sheet and stuff, even though she's already got those 5. And I mean, she keeps playing the way she is. She might grab a couple assists tonight.
Yeah, the assist would be just as well for the Lady Tigers, but you've got to get her a little bit more involved, I think, in the offense. As Caldwell has Littlefield takes one to the gut, I think, took the wind out of her a little bit inside the 18. She's okay. She walks it off, shot on goal, picked up by Owensboro's keeper, puts one high in the air, kind of popped it up, and it's Seibert gets the ball to Fletcher. Fletcher looks to the sideline to McEnany. Kaylee on the near sideline goes back across the middle, picked off by Owensboro, and they'll clear back up the near sideline. Stolen away by Littlefield, though, with a nice ball. She puts the 3 ball into the 18, and it's Fletcher on the run, but the keeper for Owensboro gets there first, and she'll take the punt out at the 18.
And these Caldwell County through balls, they're inches off of being perfect. If they can just take a little heat off the ball but still get the same perfect angle that they're playing it into, there'll be a couple goals for this Caldwell County team.
Ryan, you played. How much time do you use during the warm-ups, or is that something you consciously think about during warm-ups to see how fast the field is when you're passing and getting loose before a ball game?
It's kind of the thing, even during the JV game, if you can get a couple minutes on the field just to see if you can get somebody play a couple passes that are about 5 yards away from each other, and then see if you can get somebody 30, 40 yards away just to see how the ball's moving on the field. Try to spend a decent amount of time during warm-ups, even if you're just doing little possession drills. Keep it in the back of your mind, especially if you're a midfield player looking to play a lot of passes.
Ball back up to midfield after a nice play by Ginn on Cundiff. Ball goes over the head of the Owensboro defense. It's McEnany now in a foot race. She's double teamed, puts a shot on, and a nice angle on her shot, just unable to get a lot on it. It's picked up by the keeper, and she had a nice angle on that one, just double teamed, and she had a lot of pressure, unable to really set that plant foot and put a lot on that one. But a good play by Kaylee McEnany. Kick comes back out to midfield, controlled by Ginn. Owensboro has it stolen away, but there to pick it back up is Hannah Young. Hannah gets it back to Laney Fletcher. Laney with a nice side foot pass over to Littlefield. Ball bouncing around a little at the middle of the field. And it's Cundiff tries to take a breakaway, but controlled there nicely by Hannah Young. Back to Cundiff. Cundiff has it about 25 yards out. You've got to close on that ball. She's tough, and she can score just like Bratcher did from about that length.
And you can see whenever Owensboro starts getting within about 30 yards, every single player that touches the ball, they pick their head up to see where that goalkeeper is and if they have a chance on goal. And I mean, Bratcher, if she has the distance, or Cundiff, if they've got a good enough angle, they might go ahead and take that shot.
Push on Owensboro against McEnany at midfield, and Ryan, I still have not seen Kelsey Adams return after the yellow card. Unless something has changed. I thought you set out 2 minutes, or unless the other team scored. But we are down to 9:08 left in the first half.
I think Coach Miller it's probably more of a precautionary thing for his sake, because if she does just happen to pick up that second yellow card, because we didn't really see what happened that first time, if she happened to pick up one off of a bad tackle or something and get that red card, it ends up being a 4 or 5 game suspension by the state. So probably just a precautionary thing for Miller right now. His defense not doing bad without her. I mean, they've had some little slips, but McDaniels has really stepped into that middle role and done very well so far.
This one headed into the box by Owensboro, but picked up by Manley. She'll come out for the punt. And a good job. Boyd impresses me just about every game that we have back on that defensive line. Asia Boyd saw that Manley was coming out and did the right thing. She went to the net to back it up, even though it was a routine, very simple play, in fact, for Manley to come out and get that weak deflection. It was Boyd going back towards the goal to be in the perfect position in case something did develop for Owensboro.
It was a wonderful turn for McEnany just then.
It's Caldwell County the other way, kicked out of bounds in front of their own bench. It'll be a throw-in for the Lady Tigers. Yeah, as number 6, Kendall Boyd, a freshman, checks into the ball game.
It's just that, like you said, it was a simple thing, but it's incredible to see, because sometimes in games like this, it's the simple things that are going to get you a W and get you a good result. And if they keep on doing those simple things, hopefully it'll turn some things around here.
Goffinette in a battle just on the outside of the far side 18. Caldwell County able to recover with Ginn. Ginn's going to play it back to Wynn. Gets by her at midfield and rolls across over to McDaniels.
And Audrey Wynn, I think she came on whenever Kelsey was taken off the field. She's played incredible so far today. She's had a couple good challenges and battling right now on the field on that far side. She's played very well so far today.
Yeah, she's not going to back down from a battle. We've seen that so far this year. She's going to get in and mix it up anytime needed.
And just then, that was about a 25-yard run for a defender to pick up that the Owensboro player had taken a big touch, and she just took off like no other, just making sure she'd get a touch to it and win that tackle.
And they're going to call the foul on Goffinette instead of the throw-in. It's going to be a free kick just about 5 yards across the offensive side for Owensboro. They put the ball in play towards the 18. Blocked there by McDaniels, and McDaniels with a bit of bad luck as the ball comes off her knee, hits her in the arm. And that was inside the 18, so it will be a penalty kick situation for Owensboro. And it looks like Macy Cundiff for the Lady Devils. 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. It's Owensboro leading right now 1-0, but with the penalty kick situation. Both teams line up across the 18. Shot on goal is blocked out by Manley as she hustles out to recover. Nice job by Caldwell County to keep this one 1-0 against what's arguably the best player for Owensboro.
I had to refrain from clapping there. I was getting a little too into it. It's a very good save from Manley.
You can do that. We still broadcast for the home team, so that's allowed.
It was a very good save for her. She read the penalty very well, and luckily I was able to keep my hands calm and not clapping for her.
Yeah, it looked like Cundiff really kind of looked her away. We couldn't really tell at this angle, but it looked like she wanted to look away to the far corner and try to sneak it in the near corner. And Manley did a great job getting down low on that one for the deflection.
And this Caldwell County, even on the attacking end, they should really take that as a motivation. You kept the game 1-0. Wonderful start from your goalkeeper. Now let's try to get something going on the attacking end, try to get Owensboro, keep them on their back foot.
Hannah Young with the goal kick all the way out looking for McEnany. Picked up by Owensboro. They're going to clear that over, but Audrey Wynn there for the Lady Tigers. She has some room. She's going to bring it on up the field. Puts the ball up to Seibert. Seibert with a good first touch, then blocked away from it as Owensboro takes over at midfield. Asia Boyd, though, able to get a foot on that one. Back to Bratcher for Owensboro. Back to Young. It's a change of possession on just about every kick right now as Caldwell County works it over looking for Kendall Boyd. Kendall has it deflected off of her at midfield, and Owensboro back in possession.
Good battle from the other Boyd sister there, Kendall Boyd, and now Asia Boyd battling on the sideline right in front of us to clear the ball out.
Great footwork by Asia Boyd.
And like you said earlier, she really hasn't shied away from anything. If it's someone making a run directly at her, she kind of sets down and kind of doesn't really panic much at all. She's pretty good on the ball, has a pretty good pass, and she's a very good defender.
Cundiff off the field now for Owensboro. She may be taking a rest for the rest of the half. We're down to about 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Owensboro leading this one 1-0 on a goal in the 10th minute.
Looks like Bratcher's going to kind of move up in a more attacking role instead of in that midfield role with Cundiff coming off.
A lot of time in the defensive end for Caldwell County. They're trying to clear it out. Now Owensboro with the shot that's going to go wide to the left and out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Lady Tigers. Stay tuned at halftime. We'll recap the first half and look ahead to the second half and take a look at our broadcast schedule coming up. All of that coming your way here at halftime from Butler Stadium. Hannah Young with the hand raised. She'll put it in play from the 6. Looks for Littlefield. It's Bratcher in front of Littlefield. That'll be a good battle right there, Ryan, as both of those players not afraid to get after each other. Good job by Littlefield.
Yeah, good pressure there from Littlefield. I think she realized that Bratcher, she's been kind of playing her own game outside the 18, picking her head up, having a little room to run, and she pretty much did everything she could to smother her there to make sure she couldn't even get a touch on the ball. So very good work there from Sophie Littlefield.
One player that's kind of sneaky in, we don't have a 17 on the roster. Do you have a 17 on their roster? On the KHSAA, there is not one.
I think that's Abby Beck.
Abby Beck's doing a good job down there. Caldwell County's going to have to keep an eye on her, but Boyd has done a good job. Asia in that corner against Beck.
She has done a good job, and Caldwell County's been able to catch her off sides on one occasion, but she's pretty quick on the ball, so she might be looking for those runs in behind. They've done well so far to read that.
Hannah Young put the ball in play from midfield. The flick goes off of Owensboro, but right into the hands of the keeper for the Lady Devils. Charging on that one was McEnany. Good leg by the keeper. She gets it out to midfield pretty consistently here in this first half. Ginn with possession gets it over to Boyd. Boyd has a nice drop pass looking for her sister who gets it up towards McEnany. Kaylee double teamed and Owensboro takes this one away looking back down to Beck. Beck along the right side, or the left side, excuse me. Chased down by Young, makes her pull up, gets it back to Bratcher. Bratcher against Ginn. Now Owensboro on the attack. Deflection comes up to Ginn. Ginn puts it up the field looking for Goffinette. Goes from Goffinette to Seibert, back to Goffinette. Nice play by Becca. Becca's played some good minutes here in this first half also.
She has had that really good ball across the 6 for a goal-scoring chance for Caldwell County.
Nice ball up the middle, but nobody home. That was a very good pass. Trying to lead somebody from Kendall Boyd, but nobody charging on that side of the field for Caldwell County. And easily kicked out by Owensboro as we get down to about a minute and a half to go here in the first half. Owensboro leading this one 1-0 in a game we anticipated to be very tight.
It's been every bit of that so far. And you mentioned earlier the goalkeeper having a wonderful leg on her. Maggie Ginn's been reading that incredibly. She's won the last 3 goal kicks straight to her. She's done very well kind of sitting back and just waiting for that ball to land at her feet. As a Owensboro player, that's been the one spot that really hasn't challenged.
Yeah, Owensboro's handled a lot of the 50-50 balls tonight, except right in the middle of the field, especially with Ginn and also some with Littlefield. They've both seen where the keeper for Owensboro is going to put it out to. They've measured it, like you said, pretty well and able to get the first touch a lot in the midfield circle. It's the ones on the side that have been causing Caldwell County a little bit of trouble.
And we've been talking about her quite a bit on this Owensboro team, on this Owensboro side, but what's her name, Bratcher on that far side, she's everything you want in a midfielder, and she's been playing very well today. She's been moving side to side. It doesn't matter really where the ball is. She's always looking to help Owensboro on the attacking end, and Caldwell County, they have some players that do that as well, and Sophie Littlefield and McEnany just haven't been able to connect tonight.
That's Bratcher with a nice fancy move from about 30 yards out, puts it into the corner, giving chase as Manley. Manley comes in and collides with her player and an Owensboro player.
Good challenge there from Hannah Young, but it looks like she got the brunt of that.
And Young still down on the field. Looks like she's setting up, like she might come back fairly quickly.
Looks like she's good, but now she has to come off the field because they had to stop play for her.
Well, the coach came on the field just far enough to necessitate that she's going to have to come out. So Coach Miller's still going to just make the walk out and get his players just a little bit of rest here at the end of the quarter. It's Adams checking back in. We're in stoppage time right now.
And really, with this little amount of time, it probably won't make much difference. But if she does play the majority of the second half, Kelsey Adams, you might have to see her play a little more cautious than she usually does. She might have to sit a little deeper and kind of read balls a little more, because 50-50 challenges every time, she might be worrying a little bit about that yellow card.
And still unsure. I know the referee gave the hold signal like she put her arms around her, but we thought it was on another collision up closer to midfield. We didn't see the action back on the back line, but apparently serious enough that Adams was given the yellow card. Ball at midfield for Caldwell County. Littlefield puts the ball up the field looking for Kindleboy. It's going to roll inside the 18, picked up by the Lady Devils. In stoppage time here in the first half, with Owensboro leading this one 1-0.
Again, it was a good idea from the midfield. They're playing really good idea balls through. It's exactly the kind of ball that you want to be playing. They're having a little too much pace on it right now for any of the Caldwell attackers to get a good shot on goal.
And the whistle stops play. We should be right at the end of the first half. The foul's on Caldwell County. It'll be Owensboro ball just at the bottom of the midfield circle.
Looks like they're kind of putting everybody up to try to get one right before halftime.
Nice kick going into the 18. That's easily picked up by Manley. And that whistle is going to indicate the end of the half. So after one half of play, it's Owensboro 1, Caldwell County nothing. We'll be back to recap the first half and look ahead to the second half, plus our broadcast schedule for the weekend. So stay tuned. You're listening to Lady Tiger Soccer on 103.3 The Tiger.
The summer months are fading fast and everyone is settling back into their routines. With the kids back in school, you can now concentrate on summer projects you intended on doing, but you just never found time. Come see us at Fredonia Valley Bank and check out our consumer loans that could help you finance your next project. Purchase a car, truck, or a recreational vehicle to enjoy this fall. With only a couple of months left of warm weather, why wouldn't you drop in and spend some time talking to one of our friendly loan officers? The loan officers at Fredonia Valley Bank will help you make sound decisions when it comes to borrowing money and will guide you through the process. Fredonia Valley Bank is your real community bank, operating independently over 100 years, providing the people in our communities with the services they deserve. Located at 602 Cassidy Avenue, Fredonia, and 226 Commerce Street, Eddyville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hey, John, did you know that McDonald's has a 2 for $5 menu full of fan favorites?
Really? What can I get for only $5?
You can mix and match a winning combination from a selection of your favorites, including the Big Mac, Filet-O-Fish, classic chicken sandwich, and a 10-piece chicken McNugget.
Oh, man, you're making me hungry.
Well, then hurry into McDonald's before this incredible deal ends.
I already have my McDonald's app open, and I'm ordering now.
Hi, Caldwell County. I'm Alex Holman, First Southern National. I'm ready to service your next loan. Whether you're wanting to build your first home, buy an property, or add square footage for growing, you can tailor just stop by my office at 101 West Washington, or give me a call at 70365-3545 to apply today. First and National Bank, Equal Housing, Federal Register 40944 MLS 1.
Community Medical Clinic wants to be your partner for good health. We want to remind everyone as you're going back to school, kids that may need school physicals, sports physicals, or immunizations, we're there to provide all of those for you. Let us be your partner in good health and catch up on those immunizations such as Hep A, meningitis, all of those things needed for a good, healthy start to school. Again, we're Community Medical Clinic, and we're here to be your partner in good health. Stop by and see us at 310 Hawthorne Street, or give us a call today at 270-365-0227.
This is Danny Patton with Farmers Bank Trust Company. Our new Lyon County branch is now open. Come in and see us for the same friendly service, the names and faces you know and trust provide you with all your banking needs. We're now ready to serve you at 28 Commerce Street in Eddyville. Open Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 4, Friday, 8:30 to 5, and 9 to 12:30 on Saturday. Stop by today and experience banking at its best at Farmers Bank and Trust Company. Member FDIC.
Caldwell Medical Center Sleep Lab offers diagnosis for a variety of sleep problems, including sleep apnea. 1 in every 5 Americans have significant sleep difficulties, which, when diagnosed properly, can be successfully treated. A few symptoms of sleep disorders include fatigue, morning headache, impotence, frequent urination, irritability, memory loss, high blood pressure, and loud snoring. If you have some of these symptoms, we may be able to help you identify and treat them before they cause more serious health conditions. Caldwell Medical Center offers studies in lab and in your home depending on your insurance company's requirements. Call 270-365-0300 for more information.
At Morgan's Funeral Home, we offer safe and secure funeral planning. At Morgan's Funeral Home, we're staffed with experienced funeral planners who know and understand the different methods of pre-funding final arrangements. We can help you design a plan that fits your individual needs and suits your wishes and beliefs. Morgan's Funeral, serving families for over 100 years.
And welcome back to Butler Stadium. We're at halftime tonight as the Caldwell County Lady Tigers trail the Owensboro Lady Devils 1-0 here at the half. Dennis Stevens along with Ryan Frisch and John Miller bringing you the action tonight. And Ryan, a good night defensively for the Lady Tigers, just giving up the 1 goal in the 10-minute mark to Bratcher on a fairly long goal just outside the 18. But Caldwell County has not played bad offensively, but from what I'm hearing a little bit out of the coach at halftime, and the same thing we talked about a little bit during the first half, we're making some nice through-ball passes. And just one even by Kendall Boyd, who came in late, stood out in my mind quite a bit. But nobody really pushing up for Caldwell County. We're playing with that, looks like that one forward position. And that one not getting up as quick. They've alternated some players in there, so just not that offensive push that I think Coach Miller is looking for in this first half. The through balls have been there, but nobody home to receive them.
Yeah, and it could come with a little bit of that composure. I mean, sometimes a game this close, a game against an opponent like this, you know it's going to be close coming into the game. You're so excited. You're so excited to get through on goals. So sometimes you get a little more excitement than you do actually thinking clearly to try to help out the team. So hopefully, as this half goes on or as the second half begins, Caldwell County play a little more lax, play a little more decent passes, a little more calmer passes instead of just hitting it a little less harder as they're doing right now.
And Ryan, when you're on the field, you've played and you know how these games go. This is 2 evenly matched teams. You felt out the defense for a half. It's obvious that your passes are just a little bit long. Your possessions are getting picked off a lot at midfield. We talked about it being a ping pong match of sorts here a little bit in the first half. So what adjustments are you going to make offensively to try to get the ball at somebody's foot other than maybe kicking it to a zone, kicking it actually to a player's foot and trying to start the offense?
Really, like if the ball's in the back line or back with the defense, you just you have to spread out. You can't have more than one player within 10 yards of each other. You don't want to be right on top of each other. So Caldwell County's just going to have to spread out, and whenever they get the ball, not just kind of panic and look to hit it up the field to find Alyssa Traylor or McEnany or any of the players up top. Try to look more out wide to Lainey Fletcher. She's feeding good balls in. Or if Becca Seibert or Lucy Goffinette's on that far side, look and see if you can get to them for them to pick their head up and find a ball forward or find another ball towards the middle. Just more calm play. Kind of pick your head up, kind of look and see what you can find. If you can't see it, you shouldn't play it.
And defensively, the Lady Tigers are looking pretty good tonight. We've given up the 1 goal about 10 minutes into the ball game, so 1-0 Owensboro at this point. But during the first half, we didn't see the play that Kelsey Adams was yellow carded on. We were looking at a collision several yards up towards midfield. Next thing we know, Kelsey's getting signaled to come over. Referee gave the indication that she grabbed the girl first, and we didn't see it, so we don't know which or what Kelsey actually did, but she did receive the yellow card, stayed out of the ball game until Hannah Young went down with an injury. It was very late in the first half. So I think we'll see Kelsey Adams back out there, but I think the defense is doing pretty good stopping the main player for Owensboro. It was Bratcher that actually had scored 1 goal on the season, putting in her 2nd goal of the year tonight against Caldwell County.
Yeah, and like you said, the back line's been playing very, very well without Kelsey, and she was having a good game before the card come out. But as smart of a player as Kelsey is, I really don't think that yellow card will be a threat to her looking for and getting another yellow card during the second half. She's a very smart player. She doesn't really hit very many hard challenges that aren't really fair challenges, so she's usually a pretty good tackler on the ball. I don't think her getting a second yellow will be a threat in the second half. But Caldwell County, like you said, I mean, everybody that's filled in, whether it was McDaniels or one of the Boyd sisters, or especially Audrey Wynn on that far side, the whole back line's having a very good game tonight. Unlucky to be down 1-0, but if they keep it going and Caldwell can get that attack going a little bit, this game could really turn on its head and get Caldwell County a big win here tonight.
Well, as we said, it's 1-0 Owensboro right now as we're at halftime. Taking a look ahead, this Lady Tiger soccer team will not be back home until September 25th. We'll have that game that night. That's going to be a game against Ohio County the same week. I think that's a Tuesday night. Then on the 27th, the big district matchup with Hopkins Central as they kind of gauge where they're going to be, as those two teams will play in the district opener and a chance to face Madisonville in the district championship. Madisonville with the win over Caldwell County and over Hopkins Central already in the championship game in the district. So that's going to be a big game. But the Lady Tigers on the road for several games coming up. So the next time we will have them will be September 25th. But tomorrow night we will be back on the air as the Caldwell County Tigers take on the Crittenden County Rockets in high school football. Bob Hayes and Coach Barnes will come on at 6 o'clock with the coaches show. Then the McGregor Group Heating and Air pregame show comes your way at 6:30 as Bob and I will break down the offense and defense of tomorrow night's game with the Rockets. Then at 7 o'clock it's kickoff night, Hall of Fame night at Tiger Stadium. A new Hall of Fame class will be inducted at halftime tomorrow night. You can listen to us on 103.3 The Tiger. Also listen to the audio stream on WPKYonline.com, and then we'll have the broadcast coming up on a delayed basis. It'll start right after the final whistle of tomorrow night's game against Crittenden County.
And hopefully you were mentioning here in this game that this is the last home game until the 25th for the Lady Tigers. Hopefully they can really go out with a bang. I mean, they're going to do, I really think they're going to do everything they can during the second half to try to get a big win here against an Owensboro team.
If you look at their schedule, these are all away games: Christian County, University Heights, Hopkinsville, Fort Campbell, Logan County at the Colonel Showcase, and then finally back home on the 25th against Ohio County.
And that home game, whenever they come back home, it's another tough home game to come back to after a tough road stretch. You got to come back home to a tough home game against Ohio County. So it's going to be it's a completely all around tough schedule for Caldwell County this season.
Lady Tigers came into tonight at 4-6. Owensboro 3-4 on the season as Coach Miller comes up to reset the first half clock. Caldwell County will have first possession here in the second half. It's McEnany, Fletcher, and Traylor, along with Goffinet here on the near sideline.
And hopefully, like we were saying in halftime, Caldwell County, and before I say anything, we got Kelsey Adams back in that back line again starting the second half, so that's a good thing to see for the Caldwell County back line.
So starters back in. Looks like Coach Miller has tried to move the offense up quite a bit as he's brought Goffinet all the way up to midfield to start that second half. Second half.
And
Owensboro takes control, pushes it up, coming up to clear it was Adams. It's deflected off an Owensboro player. Now in a battle is Morgan McDaniels. McDaniels did a good job. She's going to kick it out of bounds and reset her defense. Number 17, Beck, giving her some trouble in that near side 18. Throw in is off the foot of Adams. She puts it back up. Nice hip check by Traylor. Comes away with it between two people. But the pass to McEnany is intercepted just at the bottom of the midfield circle. Owensboro takes possession in their offensive end as they travel towards the Main Street end of Butler Stadium here in the second half. Caldwell County going towards the Washington Street end. Ball in the far corner. It's Adams with the clear out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Owensboro. Just underway here in the second half. 1-0 Owensboro in this one. Call's going to go against Caldwell County, and Owensboro is going to have a penalty kick just outside the 18 on the corner of the far side.
It's another good position for a free kick.
Caldwell County makes the wall. Owensboro puts it in play. High lob coming up and in. And that was, I think is that Cundiff? See if you can pick that number up, Ryan, and I will.
It's number 8.
Number 8. Do you have a number 8 on their roster?
I believe it's Alexis Worthing Westerfield.
Worthing Westerfield.
And good position for the free kick. She just picked her head up and floated it over Kate Manley in goal. It was a good free kick.
I'll put AWW on the stat sheet, and we'll get her name in the post-game stats on that one.
Save you a lot of time.
But Ryan, that was a ball just outside the corner of the far corner of the 18, and she put a lob up in a perfect position. No way Manley could get up. She would have to be able to jump well above the crossbar to have a chance to knock that one down out in front of the crossbar. So a good play by Owensboro. Didn't really see a big foul. Nobody went down that you could really speak of, but enough for the referees to call. So a foul goes against the Lady Tigers, and they now trail this one 2-0.
And now Caldwell County's attack, they're really, really going to have to pick it up. The defense can keep doing what they're doing. Again, it was kind of a foul that me and you couldn't see. We couldn't really see no outstanding contact there to commit the foul, but now being down 2-0, Caldwell County's really going to have to turn the attacking gear on.
Yeah, this is where you know that 2 goals in a game like this are enough to stand up unless you change something or really become the aggressor in this ball game.
In Caldwell County, they're doing better early on. Like just then, Alyssa Traylor, she picks up the ball, picks her head up, finds Lucy Goffinet, just can't find her back through. But it's instead of just playing it up to Traylor and one of the forwards and hoping she can run past everybody, she picks her head up and finds a drop pass.
Owensboro again with the first touch on the throw-in. I think that's one area where they really dominated the Lady Tigers tonight, was these first touches on 50-50 balls, as Owensboro puts it all the way down near their 18, kicked out of there by Adams. But there's Bratcher with the shot on goal. It's headed out by Adams. McDaniels puts it up looking for Littlefield and Traylor, but Owensboro again with the touch. Now again able to come up with it, deflected by Owensboro. And Ryan, it's just like we're repeating ourselves here on this, as Owensboro is getting all of these deflections just right at midfield every time Caldwell County tries to put a pass up the field.
They are, and again, it's kind of, like you said, we're repeating ourselves, but it's just pinging around in the middle of the park. And Caldwell County, instead of having it ping around like that, if they can just settle the ball and try to pick their head up and play a good ball forward, it could hopefully lead to a goal for them.
It's number 8 for Owensboro again. This one about 10 yards farther out. We'll call it about 28 to 30 yards out, but still Caldwell County haven't informed the line. Just about a couple of steps off that as number 8, AWW, puts the ball in play. She's got plenty of leg. We saw that earlier. Another lob up, and she scores again. Almost identical on the play, except for about 8 or 10 yards farther out. And 2 free kick goals have given Owensboro a 3-0 lead.
In Caldwell County now, like you said, it was a identical free kick. Everything's just kind of repeating itself now. Caldwell County's, they really just, they can't fall off. They can't drop their heads and kind of be upset about what the scoreline is right now. They're going to have to kind of pick their head up and kind of play a lot harder right now and try to get a goal in and try to get some confidence back into this game for Caldwell County.
And really just a great push and a great lob there by number 8. Let's see if we can get that name. Again, Alexis Worthing Westerfield. She's a 5'3" senior and has nice touch on the ball. Those two, not a lot that Manley's going to be able to do with those. She doesn't have the height that you had last year in the Caldwell County keeper, and probably not able, I'm not sure if she's able to even touch the crossbar. Those just skimmed under the crossbar. Just nice touches on the ball by Wethington.
Yeah, and giving up those 2 free kicks, Caldwell County's just going to have to realize that you can't commit any fouls within that, it looks like 30-yard range, because she's putting in wonderful free kicks on goal.
Yeah, really tightly called match tonight. We will have to say that these fouls don't look like a lot compared to some we have seen.
No,
they're pretty okay with the shoulder-to-shoulder contact, but anything that they deem just a little bit physical seems to be a foul tonight.
Yeah, I think previous games we covered look a little more WWE to these officials tonight. It's a little softer tonight, but Caldwell County, it's one of those things you got to adjust to in the game. Every ref's different, and I think we've had these refs once before.
And it's been pretty consistent. You know, probably you've played in the first 5 to 10 minutes of the ball game how they're going to call something, if they're going to let you play and really leave a bruise or two, or if it's going to be where you're afraid to break glass out there. Owensboro puts the through ball up looking for Beck. It's going to be Boyd coming up, and good communication from Manley calls her off. She's able to pick that one up, and she'll put the kick out. Goes off the side of her foot just a hair. Looking for Fletcher on the far side.
And like you were talking about the refs, you can kind of pick it up, and if they're not going to let a whole lot of contact go, you've kind of got to realize that, and you've got to start thinking more tactically of how can I defend this player without sending in a hard challenge. If it's last resort, you can use it, but I mean, if it's a soft call.
Pookie thought that went against her. I can understand how the night's gone for her that she would think that, but really that play kind of epitomizes what's going on tonight, Ryan. It was a bump that did stop Pookie. Technically, it was a foul, but you see that let go way more times than not in these games as Caldwell County tried to put the offensive push down, looking for McEnany, goes out of bounds, and it'll be a corner kick, looks like, for the Lady Tigers. But not a lot of contact. It was called, and Caldwell County had the free kick.
It is, and it's kind of like walking on eggshells tonight. I mean, you don't want to hit somebody with too hard of a challenge. And like you said, a lot of these games, there's a lot of challenges, a lot worse than what we've seen tonight. Just a lot more fouls being called tonight. It's pretty closely officiated.
Corner kick rolls across the box, untouched. Goffnet comes out, keeps possession for Caldwell. She switches fields, looking for Fletcher. Fletcher has it to Seibert. Seibert up towards McEnany, goes past her, and it'll be out of bounds, and a throw in for the Lady Devils. 3-0 Owensboro in this one. 2 free kick lob goals by Owensboro has really put some separation in this one after the 1-0 halftime lead. Fletcher, far sideline. Owensboro picks that one off. They'll put it back near midfield. Giving chase is going to be Adams. She sizes this one up, puts it down the field, and that one's going to go out of bounds. It lands right between Trailer and Goffinette. Neither one able to get there in time. And we get a call on that one because it was kicked out by Adams about 30 yards away. We got the call on the throw-in, and we'll take it, but
I'm glad John doesn't turn the camera to me sometimes. Shaking my head a little bit there. I mean, again, closely officiated. You don't want to talk too much about the refs. They're doing a good job tonight. It's just a closely officiated game. That's all we can say about it.
I don't know how that was, or they may have been blocked by a player when they saw that one go out of bounds, but
all signs pointed to.
Yeah, it was untouched as it came off the foot of Adams. Trailer taken down. It's going to be Caldwell County ball. Now that was a legitimate foul. There's Trailer hit the ground. Caldwell County's going to have the free kick. This is going to come from about 30 yards out. Adams with enough leg if she wants to take it.
As soft as some of the fouls have been calling, when the refs pick up that the players are getting frustrated, it's going to get even softer. So Caldwell County's going to have to be very, very cautious.
Adams tries to go low with it, blocked by Owensboro at the top of the 18. Now the Lady Devils come out with it, looking for Beck. Defended there by Hannah Young. Hannah tried to keep it in bounds, almost hits the bleachers. It'll be Owensboro throw. Ryan, when you see a game that's called tightly like this, that you really can't touch anybody extremely hard, how much does that invite flopping from players, both home team and visitors?
Well, I can honestly say, as playing guys soccer, guys are 10 times more likely to flop.
You're right. Ball goes off the body of Manley. She's able to come down and recover it. Nice hustle play by Manley because Beck was trying to line that miss up by Manley for the kick. And I will agree with you, back to your topic, the guys do flop a lot.
Yeah, if they see a game's getting called pretty soft, all you got to do is breathe on a guy, and he's jumping on the floor hoping for a foul to be called. But girls, I mean, it kind of just makes them mad. They just kind of want to play a little bit harder, so it's a good thing to see, though.
Nice pass from Goffinette to McEnany. That's the passes that we need tonight, but McEnany has it stolen as she tried to make the turn and kick. Didn't have a chance to put a lot on that one. Becca Seibert able to come back with it. She puts it down to the offensive end looking for Fletcher. Fletcher double teamed on that sideline, goes out of bounds off of Owensboro, and it'll be Laney with the throw in front of the student section.
And you got to give Owensboro credit so far. I mean, they're still smothering every single time a Caldwell County player gets a touch to the ball. There's 2 or 3 players hitting them with a tackle as soon as they touch it. So even being up 3-0, that's pretty much how they're keeping Caldwell County from getting in the score sheet.
Just over 10 minutes gone here in the second half. It's Owensboro 3 and Caldwell County nothing. We'll take a quick break and be back. You're listening to Lady Tiger Soccer on WPKY.
Lady Tiger Soccer on your hometown radio station, WPKY The Tiger, brought to you by Caldwell Medical Center, McGregor Group.
At first glance, you may think we are only here to sell and service your vehicle. But did you know that Tri-Cities Incorporated also wants to buy your vehicle? You heard right. If you're currently trying to sell your vehicle, stop by for a fast and free appraisal. A clean title in hand will have you leaving with a check in just a matter of minutes. Still making payments on your vehicle? That's no problem either. We can guide you in that process also. Contact a salesperson today at 270-365-5522 or stop in Tri-Cities Incorporated today, 111 Highway 91 North in Princeton.
And back to action here at Butler Stadium. Caldwell County trails this one 3-0 to Owensboro. And Ryan, while we were in break, Macy Cundiff, the star player for Owensboro, picks up a yellow card. And again, some contact that I don't know if that was some talking going back and forth or maybe a little bit of a push, but whatever it was, Cundiff out of the game with the yellow card for a couple of minutes now.
And if it was talking, refs, they really don't stand for any of that anymore. If you're talking to a player or another ref, it's more than likely going to be a yellow card. But like you said, we didn't really see any contact or a hard challenge or anything like that.
Nice through ball, but a little bit in front of McEnany. Again, had the right idea, put it up close, but picked up by the keeper for Owensboro. She'll put the kick out into the midfield circle. Controlled there by Morgan McDaniels, pushing the back against Seibert, not called. Ball over, now it's possession gained by Boyd. Boyd looked up for Fletcher, puts it off of her shin guard a little too much on the pass, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Lady Devils with 27 minutes to go here in the second half. Owensboro leading this one 3-0. Owensboro with possession, far right corner. Kicked out by Caldwell County, gets it up to McEnany. McEnany has it in midfield. She has Trailer up there, but 4-on-2 right now with Owensboro having the defenders back. Through ball deflected by Owensboro, back to midfield. McEnany in a battle right there at the midfield stripe, gains possession, puts a lob up looking for Trailer. Trailer coming down the field. Ball still loose, keeper out of the box up at the 18. Shot on goal by Goffinet is not going to be there. She tried to hook that one around a charging defender for Owensboro. And to Lucy's credit, she wanted to put the shot on, wasn't able to get the big hook lob on it. And Owensboro able to recover and dodge a bullet. McDaniels wanted to put that one in the corner, actually put that one nearer to the parking lot. She got a little bit more leg on that one, I think, than she wanted, Ryan.
And the defender on that, I mean, Lucy, you can say it was kind of more of a wide open goal, but the defender, she put herself in a perfect position to stop Lucy from hitting that. I think Lucy wanted to go with her right foot, and the defender made sure she cut that off, but she also cut off that left foot enough for really leaving Lucy with no options.
Owensboro back offensively. This one's kicked into the offensive end. Kelsey Adams is going to let this one roll. Back up to Goffinet. Goffinet has it taken off her stomach over to Seibert. Seibert back to Goffinet. Goffinet puts the through ball. Kind of tried to do the little Meg trick on number 13 for Owensboro. She got just enough of foot on it to deflect it, but Pookie Trailer comes in and puts it over to Fletcher. Back to Pookie. And then the ball deflects out to midfield, where again has it for Caldwell County.
And I think Caldwell County now is doing exactly what they've needed to do the entire game. They're moving the ball a lot better. As soon as one player passes the ball, they're getting into another position to help someone out. And I think Caldwell County keep on playing. If they keep on playing these quick passes and movement like this, they could get a goal or two.
And Owensboro's player made a good kick and slipped doing it. And Goffinet comes in and just makes just a bit of a touch as she tried to pull up, and that one's going to be called for a foul as Owensboro puts it in play.
You see Goffinet kind of laughing on the way back. I think she realized.
Yeah. She didn't really touch her that much, but tonight it doesn't take much to get called for the foul. Owensboro has it in midfield. Nice play by Boyd with the deflection. Owensboro still has it. Morgan McDaniels gives chase just outside the 18. She's going to clear this one out of bounds in front of the Lady Devil bench. And she'll reset her defense as Owensboro will throw this one in with 24 minutes to go in the ball game. And the Lady Tigers trailing this one 3-0. Nice drop by Seibert back to McDaniels. Gets it up to Trailer. Trailer and Bratcher. That's a good matchup.
It is a good matchup, and it's good to see as a striker Alyssa coming back just to get that tackle because she knew she could win it.
Good clear by Adams back up to Trailer. Trailer heads it over to McEnany. McEnany gets past one defender. She's got a couple in front of her as Owensboro collapses quickly. McEnany held And that will get called. This will be a free kick for Caldwell County from about 25 yards out.
I think Owensboro realized McEnany was just one pass away from sliding in Lainey Fletcher to where she could take a touch and try to cross it or take a touch and have a hit, and I think they just hit her with that late foul just to stop her, kind of stop the Caldwell County momentum and get them a free kick.
Of course, no three-point plays in soccer, but Caldwell County needs a goal quick, Ryan, to at least get on the board to try to mount the comeback.
And there's still time to do it, about 23, 22 minutes left.
Adams with the big kick's going to lob it up. Let's see, just over the left corner, and I mean just over. With the touch kick on it, goes out of bounds. Goal kick for Owensboro.
She placed that very well. I think she was thinking shot the entire time, and it wasn't a bad effort at all.
Lady Devils put the ball in play. Comes up, Goffinette charges at it. Owensboro able to get it. McDaniels and Goffinette now in chase. Owensboro works it up the field. It's going to be Kelsey Adams defensively as the ball rolls down the near side. Adams gets the foot on it now. Owensboro with the shot over. It's going to go wide left and across the end line. And it'll be a goal kick for Caldwell County.
And if you're watching the live stream, you can see number 13, Isabella Souza, just as the outside back took off running. She's got some good legs behind her. She's made a good probably 50, 60-yard run. She was the one that got on the end of that ball battling Kelsey Adams in the foot race.
So we'll talk with Coach Miller after the game, but Caldwell County really struggling offensively. Is shut out in the last game, only one goal the game prior to that, and nothing on the scoreboard so far tonight. So there's got to be some things done that Caldwell County is going to have to do a few things different to get this offense on track. There's plenty of scoring between McEnany and Traylor, Fletcher, even Goffinette can be put into that mix also. But we're going to have to do something to click to get these passes a little bit better and give yourself a real scoring opportunity.
And it might not be the way that Coach Miller wants to do things, but I think tonight if Caldwell County they found success in that little minute or two span of just playing one or two touch soccer, just in that attacking third, just picking up your head, finding a pass, picking up your head, finding a pass. So I think if Caldwell County would do that the rest of the game, they'd find a little more success, especially in the possession department.
Owensboro comes up with the deflection, but Hannah Young there for Caldwell County. Now Owensboro again with the ball at midfield. Again intercepts for the Lady Tigers, gets it over to Fletcher. Fletcher far sideline off an Owensboro player. She comes back, right back, puts the ball over it again. Again, one touch back to Fletcher. Fletcher battling. Everywhere she looks up, there's a white jersey. It looks like Laney's probably feeling like there's 22 players instead of 11 for Owensboro out there. Every time she touched the ball, she looked up and saw a white jersey.
Yeah, every time she played very good on that far side, getting the ball back to Ginn and then making the run down the sideline. And they're again going to get a foul called on Maggie Ginn. You can see she's getting fairly frustrated. That's the fourth or fifth time. And, I mean, this time she was on the ground when the foul's called. So, again, I really didn't see much on that far side. And really don't think we're being that biased. I mean, some Owensboro players would be frustrated too with some of the stuff that's going on. It's just Ginn and Bradford, they're battling in the middle of the park, and sometimes battles get won and lost on referee decisions as well.
We're about halfway through the second half in this one. Owensboro leads this one 3-0. We'll take a quick timeout and be back. You're listening to Lady Tiger Soccer on WPKY in Princeton.
Potosina in Princeton and Marion is the best place to experience delicious, authentic Mexican cuisine with an extensive menu that has something for everyone. Choose from local favorites like fajitas, chimichangas, burritos, and Maria's favorite with rice, grilled onions, and peppers, chicken, shrimp, steak, or a combination topped with La Potosina's mouth-watering cheese sauce. That's La Potosina with 2 locations to serve you in Princeton and Marion. La Potosina Mexican Restaurant.
Back to Butler Stadium. Lady Tigers trail this one 3-0. And they're calling a sub in. It will be, looks like it's going to be Owensboro's ball. Did they signal that for Owensboro? It's going to be a Lady Devil throw in at about the 18 extended on the far sideline.
And really, I think Owensboro will just try to maybe possess the ball a little more. They might try to put a little more in the back of the net, but really with a 3-0 lead this deep into the game, they don't have to set out to score that many goals, but they did just score a wonderful goal. Again, that's Bratcher on that far side, just picked her head up, floated it to the far post, and a good finish again. All 4 goals so far from Owensboro have come outside the box, and 3 of them on that far side, just floated it to the far post. Manley, again, just couldn't reach it. She put it in the spot where she couldn't get it.
And just good touches by Owensboro. These aren't bullet shots coming in, going off the chest of somebody. It's girls that are making just good shots.
They are now. Owensboro 2 players with 2 goals, and none of them are from Cundiff, so they're getting a little more of the attack passed around tonight, not just Cundiff scoring all the goals. Again, Bratcher, she's led this whole Owensboro attack tonight, and she gets her 2nd goal with a wonderful floated ball to the back post.
So, Ryan, you've played. That's one of the things we love having you on staff here with our sports broadcasts on these soccers. You do a great job, by the way, on the play-by-play with the boys.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
But from a player standpoint, you're down 4-0 in a game that you realize your offense is struggling, and you're probably not going to come back in here. What's your mindset on the field? Do you play it like it's 0-0, or do you just try to get one goal on the board to make yourself feel better? What's your mindset coming out on this one, knowing that you're probably not going to win this ball game?
The coach's message is always for us was, if it doesn't matter what the scoreline is, if you're down, you're trying to play it like you're down 1-0 or you're tied 0-0. Because sometimes teams that are down 1-0, they really they want to battle and get back into it. But being down like this, for me, it was always trying to find a little victory. If you could get a goal, that's awesome. Hopefully try to end that game 1-0 for you. If you could play a key pass in, trying to get a shot set up for somebody else, that's good. Just being down 4-0, try to get those little technical things worked on. Try to just improve your game a little bit as much as you can being down 4-0.
How much do you have to guard against if you're a player, say, like Laney Fletcher or Pookie or McEnany? How much do you have to avoid trying to do too much on your own when the score gets down like this?
It's a lot harder because sometimes you think, well, me passing the ball all game, it hasn't worked, so now I'm just going to dribble. And they're capable of it. They're very good on the ball. But you can't really adjust your game to what you think is going on. If a coach has a specific message, you need to keep following that message no matter what the scoreline is, or even if you think that his message isn't working so far, it's still he's the one that rules the roost. So you gotta trust in your coach, and you gotta keep playing the way that he wants you to play.
Well, I hope some of these Lady Tigers will get the chance to watch the broadcast and hear the words you just pointed out as far as being down in a score like this, because I think words like that from a former player can help them immeasurably if they have that in their mind the next time this happens. So I appreciate your insight on that. As Owensboro takes it now, 15 minutes left to go in the ballgame. They have the throw-in far sideline, leading this one 4-0. Bratcher in that corner that's been so deadly for Caldwell County here in the second half. And now it's going to be called on Owensboro.
It's okay to be mad, too. I mean, you're down 4-0. You're not going to be happy about that.
Yeah, you should be frustrated, ill. And
sometimes if you can find a way to play well when you're frustrated, that's 100 times harder than it is to play well in any other mood. If you're frustrated, a lot of the time the mental aspect kind of gets out of the window. So you just got to stay in it mentally, especially being down 4-0 like this. Just keep a mental game into it, and everything else fall into place.
Good play by McDaniel to keep that one in. Puts a nice pass up to Goffinet. Goffinet over to Seibert. Seibert with the lead too far as Owensboro pulls that one away. Now they'll go on the attack from midfield. It's got to be an offsides call. I think the Owensboro player just stopped because she knew she was offsides.
And turn around, a little smile there. I think you're right. She did know the entire time.
That's AWW trying to pick up the hat trick, and she got a big old jump on that one. So it'll be Caldwell County free kick from midway of their defensive end. Kelsey Adams puts this up the field. Nice spot for Traylor. Traylor giving chase along with McEnany. Blocked out at the 18 as Owensboro makes the hip check, turns around. It was Goffinet able to get a foot on it to keep it in play in that far end. Owensboro comes back just outside the 18. Hip check by Traylor, turns it around. Nice one-step move by Traylor. She puts the ball far post. Still loose in the middle. Nobody home for Caldwell County to charge that one. And Ryan, that's where you would like to see 2 or 3 blue jerseys crashing that shot by Traylor. Nobody home for Caldwell County, and Owensboro turns it right back the other way as number 8 puts the lead pass through. This one will be picked up by the Lady Tigers Manley.
Was a wonderful run from number 8 there. And like you said, a loose ball inside the 18, I mean, that is a dream. That's one of the mental things. If you're mentally still in it, you could possibly have a couple girls in the box trying to just tap it in. But again, just unlucky things. Some things haven't went Caldwell County's way tonight, and I think that's just one of them to add to the list.
Kelsey, keep your shape. Just push everybody high.
And I thought for a second they had switched Kelsey and Guillen up. Kelsey coming up in the middle of the field. Coach Miller just wants to bring that defense farther up, maybe get a few offsides calls on Owensboro, keep that line a little bit tighter and pushed up more. Caldwell County now on the offensive end. Goffinette with the touch, looking for Traylor. Traylor has it and want to go that far sideline to Fletcher. Fletcher able to put a head on it, still in bounds. Owensboro kicks that one out near the student section. They'll reset the defense with just under 13 minutes to go here in the ballgame, and Owensboro leading this one 4-0.
And Caldwell County really they haven't slowed down yet, and that's a good thing to see. They're still trying to battle into it. They're playing some good balls now, and they're getting, like we saw just a couple of minutes ago, they're getting some good chances in, and there's now Alyssa Traylor trying to find another one. They're still battling, and that's really all you can ask for. You're down 4-0. If you're battling, trying to get an attack going, you can't really ask for much more.
It's going to be a free kick for Owensboro at their defensive 18 extended. They get it up to midfield. Nice play, nice battle by Asia Boyd. Wins that one for Caldwell County over to Seibert. Seibert puts the ball up for Goffinette. Comes off an Owensboro player to McEnany. McEnany has it stolen from her blind side. Owensboro puts it back up, headed by Kelsey Adams. Nice play by Adams. The deflection comes back to Morgan McDaniels off an Owensboro player. That was Bratcher. It'll be a throw-in for the Lady Tigers as McDaniel puts it up very quickly, looking for McEnany. And McEnany has it go off her shin guard a little hard, out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Lady Devils.
And 4-0 will kind of tell it tells the story in itself, but the back line of Caldwell County has played very, very well. I mean, they've been beat on 4 shots outside the 18. I mean, just putting them in spots that your goalkeeper can't get to them. So,
and 2 of those on free kicks, so those are especially hard to defend.
Yeah, Caldwell County's defense is pretty much done. I don't know if you could ask for much more out of them today.
Kelsey Adams is going to let this one roll out of bounds. She'll have the throw in front of the Owensboro bench. Nice throw looking for McEnany. McEnany with the one touch, double team from the backside. McEnany still trying to battle. 3 players for Owensboro was on her as she tries to clear it over to Fletcher. Fletcher puts a left-footed shot on, deflected by Owensboro. McEnany gets the deflection over to Traylor. Traylor puts a shot on goal just left. And it'll be a corner kick. They're going to call that one deflected by Owensboro. The reason it went to the left, it'll be a corner kick at the entrance gate for Caldwell County. It looks like Goffinette's going to take this one.
I think this is Caldwell County's first corner of the game, so hopefully they can...
second. We had one in front of the concession stand that rolled in front of the box, so hopefully we can get a body on this one at least. Goffinette puts the ball in play, plays it back out to Adams. Adams with the left foot shot, hooks it too much, looking, or maybe that was a pass. She was looking for a charging Lainey Fletcher. Lainey has it go off of her foot out of bounds, but a nice set play by the Lady Tigers. You can tell they've worked on that one a little bit. I like the charge from Fletcher, and Adams put a nice hook on the ball to hook it back out to her.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of that one. That was a perfect ball in from Kelsey Adams and a perfect run from Lainey Fletcher. She held it long enough to not be offsides, and then she timed it perfectly. Just couldn't get a good touch on the ball, but, I mean, if that's the way they drew it up, that's a gorgeous set play.
And Kelsey, I'm sure, had the option with the shot if she thought she could make it, or the hook play. So a good job by the Tigers, although they don't cash in on the opportunity. It's still 4-0 Owensboro as we are down just inside of 10 minutes. We're going to take a quick break. It'll be our last break before the end of the ball game. Right now, it's Owensboro 4, Caldwell County nothing. We'll be back after a short break, so stay tuned. This is Lady Tiger Soccer on WPKY.
Get into shape and feel good at Trilogy Performance Sports in Princeton. Trilogy offers a wide range of classes to help you reach your fitness and well-being goals, like yoga, gymnastics, sports training, team training, cardio, kickboxing, and weightlifting. They have family discounts, and your first class is free. So come work out in a family-friendly environment at Trilogy Performance Sports, located directly behind Cash Express in Princeton. Open 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., 7 days a week. Be better than you used to be at Trilogy Performance Sports Princeton. Telephone 270-601-1824.
Back to Butler Stadium. Caldwell County in possession offensively as they trail this one 4-0. 8:40 on the clock to go in the ball game. And Ryan, no real stoppage time, so it's going to be tough. As both players go down far corner, they're going to call that one on trailer.
You see the ref kind of walking across the field. He might have to talk to the player. He might just kind of leave it alone. I hope he leaves it alone.
Yeah, I think both teams realize it's going to be called very closely, and Pookie knew that she was going to get the flag on that one, not the card, fortunately, but the flag.
But if you tell Pookie or Laney Fletcher to calm down, I wish the best for you, because they play so hard, and they absolutely battle no matter what the score line is or what time in the game it is.
Nice head flick on the throw in by McEnany. Cover by the keeper right there was Fletcher, causing all kinds of trouble. In fact, the roll by the keeper took Fletcher down in the play. Line drive, kind of a shank on the kick out by Owensboro.
I liked what Laney Fletcher has done today. You were talking before the game about how you wish she was a little more involved, and she's really been a huge piece in the attack today. I think she's been probably the best player on the pitch for Caldwell County today.
And Ryan, I agree with Coach Miller. You've got to push some of these players, especially even back to your defensive mid. You're going to have to bring some pressure up to get some of these possessions for the Lady Tigers. As the ball is loose, taken down inside the box is Goffin-Net. Keeper laid on top of her as Lucy was trying to get to that ball. Foul called on the keeper. This should be a penalty kick for Caldwell County.
I think the refs thought about it for a minute, but I do think that is a good call, and I would say the same thing if Kate had landed on Kate had landed on a Owensboro player, and now I think it's a little.
And the keeper had some words to say about the call, and she gets the yellow card right before this penalty kick.
And again, like we were saying, I mean, if there's any words said afterwards, it's pretty much a guarantee. So coaches, I know Coach Schaefer, for us last year, it was a big message that if you say anything, you might as well just go ahead and start walking towards the bench, because they're going to go ahead and give it. So.
And the coach for Owensboro asked for an explanation. The hand signal from the referee was mouthing. So she did not agree with the call. Good job by Lucy. That's a couple of plays. Lucy's really gone in and tried to take the possession into the net. And Owensboro will bring in the new keeper. Couple of substitutes. Owensboro has this game in hand, Ryan, at 4-0, but this could be a momentum turner for Caldwell County and get them back in it, as it looks like Kelsey Adams is going to come up and take the penalty kick with just under 6 minutes to go.
And really, you had just said you don't know about stoppage time. We might actually have a couple minutes despite the scoreline because of coaches talking with the refs and everything like that. So.
And the referee back out to the field to make sure everybody is not past the 18 on this penalty kick. So big chance for Caldwell County to get the goose egg off of the board here. Kelsey Adams lines it up, approaches the ball, and sails it high. And Caldwell County misses out on the opportunity, and the score remains 4-0 Owensboro. Adams with the rocket just lifted it up a little bit too much.
And she got all the power she wanted to. I think she's just leaning back the entire time. You kind of want to get your chest over that ball a little bit. She got all the power she wanted to, just couldn't get the placement. Unlucky for Caldwell County.
Now ball flipping back and forth across midfield. Owensboro with possession. They kick it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in Lady Tigers at midfield. We'll talk to Coach Miller after the ball game, and also give you our broadcast schedule for the rest of the week. We're at home again for football tomorrow night. Coaches show at 6, pregame at 6:30, kickoff tomorrow night at 7 for the Tigers and the Rockets. Then we'll have Saturday morning quarterback coming your way at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. We'll talk about the prior night's game and look ahead to the following week. All of that coming your way here on WPKY Princeton. Lob over into the 18. Nobody home for Caldwell County as the backup keeper able to get it. Left-footed kicker brings it out. That's Kendall Boyd with the first touch into the ball game for the Lady Tigers.
And now Caldwell County with a backup keeper, which she might be just as good as the starter, but with a backup keeper, take a little chance. If you got a shot 30 yards out, have a hit towards goal. If she's not used to playing goalkeepers, might be a little mistake and get that goose egg off the board like they were trying to do with the PK.
Yeah, Caldwell County just really struggling. We'll talk to Coach Miller about that a little bit in the post game, but unless something changes in the next 5 minutes or so, 5 or 6 minutes. Caldwell's looking at their second straight shutout and only 1 goal in the past 3 games. Beck for Owensboro is going to get called with the push as Young goes down.
You see Hannah kind of holding the back of her head, so you really hope that's nothing serious. She got up pretty quick, so.
Brian, what's your thoughts on the concussion gear? I know when my daughter played the last year, the team made it mandatory that each player wore the concussion guards. What's your thoughts on that, and have you experienced a concussion in your playing days?
I'm a huge fan of it. I had 3, actually, 2 from playing for Caldwell and 1 for playing club. I'm a huge fan of the gear. I mean, as a precautionary thing, I think it's pretty good, but as soon as you get one, I think it's a must. And we had talked to Kelsey Adams' parents about getting the concussion band that I wore, and I never had any problems with it afterwards. I'm a huge fan and advocate for concussion headwear in the game, because, I mean, it's really a game. Your head's in it no matter what. You could be running and run into a girl or a guy, and you can be going up for a header and hit somebody. It's just anywhere.
Lucy Goffinet gets the call against Owensboro. She was hooked on the play trying to go for the ball. Free kick for Caldwell County, puts it down inside the 18, but giving chase is McEnany. It'll go out of bounds. Stays with Caldwell County. She gets it into Goffinet. Goffinet with the lob shot up and well high of the goal.
I like to see it. I like to see the chance being taken. I mean, you're down 4-0. There's about 2 or 3 minutes left, and really, I mean, you get that goal. That's a good thing to see. So I like the effort there from Lucy Goffinet.
Owensboro with 2 players with 2 goals each tonight as they lead this one 4-0 nearing the end of this ball game. Clock showing 3:35. We'll see what stoppage time they had because of the penalty kick situation. And Ryan, I think you said you will have a boys game. When is that, the next home game? Did you say next Thursday night?
I believe it is next Thursday. I'll have to see who that game's against. I haven't got it marked right here, but yes, I believe we will be back next Thursday. I don't believe there's a game on Tuesday.
Deflection comes up to McDaniel. She's able to bring it up the sideline. Looks up the field for McEnany. McEnany had trouble settling in the double team, but the ball does come back out to Seibert. Seibert has her through ball deflected. Owensboro now with possession of the defensive end. Good play there by McEnany to get it away and gives it to Traylor. Traylor to Goffinet. Back to Traylor. Traylor with the shot. Deflection shot comes up to Seibert. Now it's Traylor with the rebound and put in. And that puts Caldwell County on the scoreboard as Pookie Traylor gets the goal with about 2.5 minutes to go for Caldwell County.
In Owensboro, they won't rush to kind of set the ball and get going. The refs might tell them to try to hurry up and do it, but good to see Caldwell County getting on the score sheet, kind of breaking that duck so it's not 2 scoreless games in a row against 2 tough opponents.
Yeah, that ruins a shutout. The original keeper for Owensboro out of the ball game because of the yellow card.
And you got to take your hat off to her. I mean, she had a heck of a game.
Yeah.
It was at least 3 minutes.
And Owensboro puts it in play. And apparently the referee is telling Coach Miller not much time added as far as stoppage time in this one because of the penalty kick situation. Clock stopped now with 2 minutes. We're at the referee's discretion right now. Owensboro leading this one 4-1. They put a shot on goal. This one's deflected by Manley. Bounces in the box. It's going to be McDaniels to clear that one out and set the defense. But Ryan, a good job by Pookie and by Lucy Goffinet to really just crash that goal and get all the shots they could. Good job by Seibert to set it up. That's what you want to see more of, and I don't think we've had a whole lot of that in this ball game tonight in key situations, but a good job by Pookie to be there on the spot and also with some help from Lucy Goffinet.
Yeah, I think Alyssa Traylor, I think she's a natural goal scorer, and that's just her. That's pretty much instinct there. The ball's going in over her head, and she knew to be inside of the box just for hopefully a lucky rebound, and that's exactly what she got, so good to see that.
And that's going to be the ball game as the referees will signal this one. So Owensboro comes in, evens their record up at 4-4. They take home the 4-1 win. We'll be back and wrap this one up, talk to Coach Miller after the ball game, and look ahead on our schedule. All of that coming your way on the postgame show, so stay tuned. You're listening to Lady Tiger Soccer on WPKY.
Steve Arment Trace Road here in Princeton. We're the company that you can take comfort in.
Now that the days are getting shorter, your friends at Penny Rile Electric would like to talk about light bulbs. Sounds like a bright idea, doesn't it? Changing your existing bulbs to LED bulbs not only saves energy, but money. While LEDs may cost more initially, they last much longer, up to 12 times longer than conventional bulbs. Plus, they only use about 1/3 to 1/4 the amount of electricity. The next time you shop for light bulbs, make the switch to LED. A message from Penny Rile Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Howdy, folks. Colonel Sanders here, and boy, do I have a deal for you. The deal with this deal is that you get both a breast and a whole wing when you choose my new 100% white meat KFC $5 fill-up deal. You also get dealt mashed potatoes and gravy, a biscuit, a cookie, and a drink with this here deal. Can't keep dealing this deal forever, though, so you have to go to KFC soon to get the 2-piece all-white meat $5 fill-up, and it's only available for a limited time. So, deal. KFC, it's finger-licking good. Tax extra. Prices may vary. Sides may vary by location. Extra charge for breast piece and such. Feature may apply.
Fortner Gas Company is a full-service local and family-owned propane company offering services in Princeton, Katy, Pattersville, and Murray. Right now, Fortner Gas is offering specials on propane. Fortner Gas offers Holland and Napoleon grills, 6 choppers, and they also have Red Max Speed Eaters. Contact Fortner Gas Company today for all of your residential, commercial, and agricultural propane needs. Fortner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1950.
You can always expect great things at Planters Bank. When we say expect great things, what we're really saying.
And we are back at Butler Stadium. Caldwell County Lady Tigers fall to Owensboro tonight 4-1. Owensboro only ahead 1-0 at halftime as Bratcher put in a shot in the 10th minute, and that had Owensboro with the 1-0 lead tonight. And it stayed that way for the rest of the half. Then bang, bang early in the second half. It was, let's see if we can pronounce her name one more time here. It was Alexis Worthen Westerfield with 2 shots, one from just about 19 yards out, one from maybe 25 yards out, both on the far corner of the 18 area, and just 2 nice lob shots in, Ryan, and really nothing you could do on that. She just placed those where nobody was going to touch them.
Yeah, I think all 3 goals in the second half were goals outside the 18, just lobbed over the goalkeeper, like you said, exactly where she couldn't touch him. Unlucky for Manley not to be able to stop any of those, but like we were talking about earlier, the Caldwell County defense, I really don't think could have played much better. They Owensboro didn't have an abundance of chances. They had pretty much put away what they had, and that was a good thing to see. Their coaches will be happy seeing that.
Then in about the 62nd minute, Bratcher put one in, like you said, another big lob shot outside the box. Owensboro scoring all of their points tonight outside of the 18, so you got to give them credit for having the touch that they needed to put it in. Caldwell County avoided the shutout with a goal late on a deflection and a rebound by Pookie Traylor. She's able to put it in with about 3 minutes left in the ball game. But that was all the scoring Caldwell County could muster tonight as they fall to Owensboro 4-1. They see their record drop to 4-7 on the season. Owensboro evens theirs up at 4-4 on the year. And I think Caldwell County's next game comes up against Christian County. So a tough game for the Lady Tigers. Always tough when you go to the Stadium of Champions and play over there. So that's their next home game for the Lady Tigers, not until the 25th of September when they take on, I think it was Ohio County. The same week they'll also face Hopkins Central in a big district matchup here at Butler Stadium. Yeah. Don't forget, tomorrow night we will be on for football with the Coach's Show coming on with Bob Hayes, Coach Barnes at 6, pregame at 6:30. Then we'll be on the air with kickoff at 7. We'll have the live stream video available right after the ball game tomorrow night. As soon as it's over, it'll be up and on the internet on YouTube. So hope you'll tune that in. We'll have the live stream audio coming your way at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, or at 6 o'clock. We're live with that on the live stream, just the audio on WPKYonline.com tomorrow night. And then you can hear the Saturday morning quarterback this weekend on Saturday. I get a chance to fill in for Bob, so we'll talk with the coaching staff about Friday night's game and a look ahead to the next week. That's at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning on WPKY.
Caldwell County, after a tough loss tonight, hopefully they can get a couple victories on that away stretch. Away games always really, it should be played without all the psychology into it, but just away games are tougher to win. They're tougher to play at someone else's place. And you mentioned Christian County, the next game, that's Stadium of Champions is a wonderful place to play, and it's always got a good fan support for Christian County or Hopkinsville, whoever's playing there. So Caldwell County hopefully get a good couple victories on the road.
And Coach Miller coming our way. We'll get him lined up in the headphones as we'll talk with him about the loss tonight to Owensboro 4-1 here at Butler Stadium. And Coach Miller, thank you for joining us after the game. A tough game tonight against a team, both teams pretty evenly matched tonight. Owensboro made some shots on goal in that second half that were going to be hard to stop. But I'll get your reflections on the game first before we talk about anything else.
Well, you have games when it just doesn't go your way. We knew coming in this season that we have a short keeper. And we knew we were going to get some goals scored on us. I can't coach height. It just doesn't work. I mean, I can look in the mirror and know that I can't coach height. Otherwise, I'd be taller. And she just couldn't do it. And she couldn't get to those balls. And she was as extended as she could be. There's nothing that can. And when you have 3 goals of that happen, that's hard to overcome in a game.
Yeah.
Now, would I rather have those 3 happen right now and that never happen again all year? Yes, I would. But I did not expect that to happen all in one game. I expected it to be a here and there thing, and it just didn't fall right. And I can't be mad. I mean, there's just nothing I can do about that. And everybody knows it. We all know. Kate knows it.
Yeah.
It's not like she didn't try to get it. She'd reached as far as she could.
Right.
But small arm, small body, you do what you can do.
Yeah, and they put perfect shots on. Ryan and I talked about that in the game, especially the Westerfield young lady, number 8, just put touches on there just under the crossbar, and not a lot you could do with those.
Well, if you are an opposing team and you're playing Caldwell County, and you look up and you see a short goalie, you know what you have to try and do. You're going to take some more chances that you normally wouldn't take. It's just and we would coach that for sure. That's the way we'd coach it too. So. That's just part of it. Now, did we have much offense? No, we deserved to lose. In that game, we deserved to lose. We outshot them. We outshot them 16-13, and that's with their 4 goals, including their goals. So we're not talking about that was a lopsided game. It wasn't a lopsided game, but we could not find the net, and we did not move off the ball, and we deserve to lose. When you don't do the things that you're supposed to do in the first half. People that normally do some good things didn't do good things. And we stood and watched, and you stand and watch, you lose. I thought LG had a better game than she's had in a while on the outside. She got some feet on the ball better than she has. I thought Becca played great in the middle when she went in the second half, and she played great in the middle. I was pleased with those 2 performances. I told the girls after the game, pulling Kelsey up to take that PK is a coaching error. Not because I don't think she can take it, because she can. But a child that gets a yellow card in the first half and gets pulled out for the whole half because she got a yellow card, her head's not in it enough to be able to take a PK, and that's a coaching error. That is not a Kelsey error. That's a coaching error. And it didn't even cross my mind when I did it. So I took half credit for that because I shouldn't have made that call.
Well, the Lady Tigers fall to 4-7 on the year. We've talked at length in some of our post-game interviews about the tough schedules, but you're away from home now for a little bit over 2 weeks. It's the 25th of September before you get to play back here. What's the mindset of this team as you go on the road for that kind of stretch?
Well, I'm not looking that far ahead. I'll tell you what I'm excited about. I told the girls this too. We play on Monday. We play Christian County on Monday. And I have 4 days with them after that. I have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We have no more games the rest of that week. One of the things, and this is part of coming in coaching late, there have been things that I've noticed in the middle of season that I haven't had time to even address.
Yeah.
When you're playing the schedule that we're playing and playing as many games as we're playing, we've stopped practice multiple times and worked on something that was not in the plan because you're just trying to figure things out that we're not doing. And you know, that's been a downfall that we've had. And, you know, I give credit to these girls. Some of them, we're gonna be in the parade tomorrow, and some of them wanted to not be in the parade and practice tomorrow. But I'm not gonna allow that. I'm gonna make them go in the parade, only because they need to be a team before they play soccer, and they need to enjoy each other. That's just as important as it is to get on the field. And we're not playing together very well, and so we're gonna be in the parade.
Well, Coach, one thing I can say, even though they were down 4-0, you got your goal with about 3 minutes left in the ball game. The hustle was still there out of these players. It was Goffinette charging the goal, getting a little contact. The rebound came out to Pookie. She was able to put it in the net to get the 1 point tonight. But this team still had the heart on the field when they were trying to play from that 4-0 deficit late in the ball game.
Well, you look at the last 15 minutes of that game. And, you know, there's no shots, times on these shots, but they didn't have any shots in the last 15 minutes of that game because we were on this side of the field the whole time. So we kept it here a large portion of that last 15 minutes of the game. That's great. That's great that they were able to come out and finish up hard like that. We should have been doing that the whole game, and we just didn't. I mean, you can't spot a team 3 or 4 goals and then decide to play. It just doesn't work that way in sports.
Right. Well, a tough game tonight. They gave it what they had and come out short 4-1 tonight. The next game, as you said, against Christian County. Coach, any last words before we wrap this up? Because I think they're going to shut the lights out on us pretty quick here tonight.
Yeah, I'll probably be one shutting those lights out, so that's okay. But I don't like it when my girls lose. And it's not because I care whether we win or lose, because they care whether we win or lose. Right. And I don't like it when they're down on themselves. And sometimes they need to be down on themselves because tonight they need to be down on themselves. They didn't play well, but I don't like it. I don't like it. I want to see the girls that I care about. I want to see them happy. I want to see them succeed. And so I don't like it. But they want to succeed. Mm-hmm. And it's my job to help them do that. So we'll get back at it. We're looking forward to next week's practices, our 4 practices in a row. And if they haven't gotten better after 4 weeks, then they just need to get rid of me.
Well, I don't think they're going to do that by any means, but I have seen improvement. I thought, like you said, we'll mention one more thing before we close here. I thought Becca Seibert played as well as I've seen her play all year.
Yeah, she had a fantastic game, and she plays that middle spot a little differently than most people, and it's a little bit extra anticipation, and it's a different style of play, and I kind of like it. Yeah.
She did great. Well, Coach, thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll let you go. We'll be back on the air with you. It's going to be a little while. The 25th is the next Lady Tiger home game. We'll be on the air for that one against Ohio County. But, Coach, thank you again for coming up and joining us. Caldwell County losing this one tonight to the Owensboro Lady Devils 4-1 as Ryan gets suited back up with the headphone here. And, Ryan, I'll give you a little air time also as we wait on John Miller to come back up. Ryan, you have any closing thoughts tonight before we wrap this one up?
Again, just going off of what Coach Miller said, I mean, like he said, he doesn't like seeing the girls that he cares about and as hard as they're playing. He doesn't like seeing them lose, and that's a good thing to hear from a coach. Hopefully the girls will go back and be able to watch that because, I mean, if you hear your coach talking good about you, even after a game, you lose 4-0, and talking about how much he cares about you and how much that he wishes it would have been a little different, I mean, that's just it's kind of a heart thing. You get to hear it. It makes you happy, makes you feel good. So hopefully they'll be able to come or be able to get on their phones, computers, whatever, and be able to watch the game. And I really think the girls come out on Monday, and if they play remotely close to what they did tonight, I think they'll have a fairly comfortable victory because they played very well tonight.
And Ryan, I will say, I hope the girls watch the replay of this later on because I would love for them to hear Coach Miller's words after the ball game about what he said about them. But it also says something to us and those watching that they've got the right person to take over for Coach Jacobs with this team. You know the enthusiasm and what soccer has meant to the Miller family, both Red and his dad Jim, and what they've meant to soccer in Caldwell County. They're kind of basically the founders of soccer. They led the charge here in the county for literally decades, and that's good to see that means so much still to Red as he's taken over this team kind of at the last minute this summer after some changes didn't work out. So I appreciate his words, and I can't add any more to what he said tonight. He's the man for this position this year.
Yeah, I don't think they could have found anyone to fill the void of Coach Jacobs leaving because it's hard to match someone who cares so much about his girls and studies so much for his girls to be successful as Coach Jacob did. And, I mean, they found someone who does it just as well. So I think they got the perfect guy to fit for this girls program.
Well, that's going to do it for us here tonight from Butler Stadium. Again, the final, it was Owensboro 4, Caldwell County 1. So for Ryan Frisch and John Miller, I'm Dennis Stevens. Good night, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow night from Tiger Stadium with the Coach Barnes Show at 6 o'clock.